Hello and welcome back to Grandia HD Remaster. I'm Luce, your resident, legally distinct Fey creature, and last time I managed to pick up what is clearly going to be our final party member, and find our way to the Typhoon Tower for a ritual of some sort. But what's within it? I don't know, honestly. Still need to figure out how to take on these guys. I tried to push the buttons on the rest, but no luck. I do know... Ah, of course. I was gonna say, I was messing with the barrels last... I was doing everything for pressing buttons and messing with the barrels last time, but evidently that wasn't enough. Oh wow, that was fast.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Well, yeah, I decided not to hold back here, given we just got attacked.
Not bad, eh?
I see. Oh no. I see, so the barrels... I was gonna say... Dang. I'm starting to think that not all characters can learn all spells, given I haven't been getting the fusion spells for Fina like I was expecting. Boom pow.
Hiya! Fly away! All right, we won!
And what's... Ah. Okay, that explains it. So I need to hit... I figured I need to hit the green ones, since those seem to activate something important. It seems each barrel... Yeah, each of these barrels pisses off a different enemy. Now this time, let's make sure I don't get obliterated. Flying Dragon Cut.
Flying Dragon Slash!
Cut, not slash?
Oh, wind, blow 'em away!
Might as well get Earth up a little more, I guess, yeah.
It's a tornado! Pretty easy, right, Huffy?
Alright, now, since we have a save point right next to us, we should probably use that and heal up. That reminds me, have all the other enemies respawned here? I imagine they have. And there's a handful we can obliterate. Yeah, there you have. Might as well. We need to get some more experience. Except for maybe our mysterious benefactor here.
Prepare to die!
Now, here's the thing about this. Well, I think it was pretty obvious when we first met him in the last
Blow him away.
area that Gadwin has temporary party member written all over him. He's twice our level. He has a ton of spells. But I'm not allowed to teach him new ones. So he's not allowed to, you know, use any items that would actually be permanent.
Go do it.
They're not doing anything for some reason. Did they just knock Fina out of her spell there? Weird. No, they did. It just didn't kill, I guess.
Oh, wind, blow him away.
Well, might as well get elements up.
Not bad, eh?
Guess I can get a few more fights, but then I'm moving on. Ah, there's a new purple one here, too. Did I miss that last time, or did I... It did only appear after I hit the first one.
Yeah!
Wow. Alright, this should delay their turn a little, long enough for them to get finished off anyway.
Hiya! Fly away.
Earth
What
up.
a cinch.
Ooh, nice. I should get initiative on this so they didn't see me. Your initiative. Excellent.
Here goes! Prepare
Fire
to
Whip.
die!
Let's see what this actually does then. Fire Whip. Earth up. Not bad.
You'll never get away.
Hiya! Fly away!
This boom should hit 3 of them, so that should give... Yeah, it hits all of them.
What a cinch.
Alright, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. The big thing that concerns me at Gadwin is the ritual says it requires 2 people to perform. This by itself isn't a big deal, but it could mean quite a number of things, and none of them are good. Now, he said 2, so it could be that we need to solve a puzzle together that specifically requires 2 people, and you know that's fine if so. However, my bigger concern is... Well, what if it's, Lotus Cut. Ooh, not bad.
Rage and flame!
Alright, so my big concern is what if they need to fight each other, and the winner is the one who gets the weapon, and the loser or
See
becomes the
my power.
weapon. Now, granted, it could also be that he intends to sacrifice himself to become the spear that they briefly mentioned, but I don't know. Like I said, I've got a buddy who loves JRPGs, and if I was him, I imagine I'd be able to figure out, oh man, I know precisely what's going on here. Granted, if you were asking himself, he'd be all, nah, I don't actually know all that much, but he's good at picking up the context clues and such that do this all the time. Might as well get Rara's level up as much as we can. Seems to count as a weapon skill, at least, so... But anyway, the fact that we might actually have to fight him again is what slightly concerns me. Now, this wouldn't matter if this was, say, a Super NES game, because there, the boss version of the character and the actual playable version are pretty clearly two separate characters in the data, but that's not quite the case for these PlayStation and the Saturn-era games, where his boss version could very well. Like, I have to spoil a game with a betrayal, so let me see if there's one early. Final Fantasy Tactics. If you played that, you might know that there is one point where a unit turns on you. However, if you change their class or strip them of their gear, they are extremely easy because their entire, the entire fight against them was balanced, assuming you kept them as your team's carry. So you can make it a lot easier. And so part of me wonders if maybe I should strip this guy down before bringing him in. Simply because by doing that, I'll make the fight easier. But of course, that is risky, because if it turns out, say, we have to do a 2-on-2 boss fight, or we have to team up against a really tough boss instead of the obvious, kill... Well, or whatever, just a traditional boss we work together, then I've officially gimped the one character who is clearly intended to carry me to victory. So, that's gonna be a little embarrassing on my end.
Feel the Earth's fury!
Alright, well, at least the fire and explosion going well. Oh, good, I got 2 of them. We'll save MP and just use a basic burn, then.
Burnout!
Alright. So the question is, do I strip this obviously temporary party member down in case he turns on us, or do I risk it and risk going up against a boss that's much harder because of my own action? That's gonna be the tricky one here. First, let's get our spell levels up, just because I want to be prepared. I should probably start teaching more of my other party members, the ones who are clearly permanent, as various spells.
Now I'm really angry.
Arrow Whip. And Lotus Cut, Shockwave. Why not? He needs to get more training with swords, so let's do it. 3 hits. Swords.
Here goes!
And of course, I could just be overthinking it, but I guess that's kind of what I'm good at. We'll just get Puffy's kick. Damage there isn't bad, actually. Oh, wow.
You're no match for me.
That was a well-timed counter. Alright, now to get back up there, I need to remember. I believe I need to go up. Yeah. Then I need to climb up or down a rope. You guys can just hang out there where it's all good. Well, I guess since you guys are here, I could smack into you. Again, I don't need to grind up my elements, but I kind of want to, just so I'm prepared. I still haven't learned a combination attack for, a lot of characters. That is weirding me out a little, if we're blunt. I still need to get her wind up, so let's do that.
Tornado!
Hey, she did all of them, too! Nice.
What a cinch.
Do not press button. Well, I did want to get experience. That's gonna be too many enemies for me to worry about, so we'll just keep going here. Heal up and then continue on. Again, I do want to emphasize the game's not requiring me to do this. I just felt like it for whatever reason. Alright, now let's take a look here. See. Mushrooms. The fact this crisscrosses is a little mildly annoying. But I guess it's a good thing I'm doing the PC remake here, the HD remaster, because if I was going with the original Saturn or PlayStation version, I imagine it'd be significantly worse. Boom.
Here goes! Ha!
Excellent. That should be enough to KO. Oh, it isn't. How interesting. Ah, Puffy Kick is actually maxed. Huh, I wasn't sure if... Interesting, it maxed at 5, but some of the spells go higher? Whip level up.
Not bad, eh?
Excellent, whipped up. Alright, let me check real quick here. What's everyone's status? More specifically, where are their skill levels at? Alright, sword is definitely coming along well. I should work on clubs next. Sue, I'm not sure if I want to go back to clubs anytime soon, but I guess I might have to just to teach her new skills. Her water magic is very slow because it's healing magic only, and I'm not allowed to use it outside of combat if no one's injured, which is unfortunate. I should probably teach someone else magic as well, probably Justin or Fina. Justin might be a good idea simply because even if the party splits up for whatever reason, well, I'm going through this adventure through Justin's shoes. He will always be with me, whether he wants to or not. So that's worth it. I might also be good to give Earth to Sue so that she can have some buff spells as well. Although, to be fair, her damage hasn't been awful whenever she has to fight. Though I guess I'm probably going to be making her more of a... Well, I'm not sure what type of mage would be fitting here. I guess Sage, since she's learning both support and offensive and defensive support magic. Fina. Yeah, her levels are definitely coming along. I guess I need to work on fire a little more. Not a problem. His are pretty much irrelevant, because as I said, I'm guaranteed he's probably... Is that better for Sue? Fishbow 20. Ah, but she can use it for a free crackle spell. Good, and that's a good single target. So might consider keeping that so that she can use it to anytime her MP is running low. I think he would think this is the right way. Oh no, we need to see if that button changed the other route here, because that was the part that was getting to me. Well, first of all, I need to clear out you two generic minions.
Frozen step! Brr!
At least this is both damage and water magic, and she absolutely needs some more water training.
Burnout.
Yeah, I'll probably go with water for Justin at some next time I reach. Right, she needs fire.
Oh, flame burn 'em.
We still got a ways to go for the fire burns. Wow. That's just a buff. But if he casts it on himself, he's about to die, so he just wasted his turn. I do need to get Crackle up, though.
Oh, flame burn 'em.
So, yeah. That shouldn't kill, I don't think. Oh, it did.
All right, we won.
Oh, I guess he must have hit it with a sword at the same time the spell hit. Because that was counted as Justin's last hit, or for lack of a better term. Nope, that's not where I need to be then. Oh yeah, I'm really glad I'm playing this on PC where loading times are non-existent. I can only imagine how this was on the original hardware. Might as well get all heal up. I don't think it needs to heal something, but I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Burnout.
Oh nice, they were close enough together I hit all three. It wasn't huge damage, but it helped. Guess we'll find out in a moment how good this is then. Oh, but that means I know that I can hit this guy and get 3.
Oh, flame burn 'em.
That means 3 points of fire damage. Counter.
Oh, flame burn 'em.
Alright, let's get our fire up then. There we are.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah, plus 20, plus 42. Oh, wonderful. Level up on Justin. Wonderful. Our buddy is halfway through. That's good, I think, but... how do I get in there now? This is a bit of an annoying puzzle area, but I think I'm finally figuring out how the tower functions. This is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, if we're completely honest, though. I guess once I figured out that key there... Right, I need to go down to go back up. Oh, that doesn't piss off these guys. It's only the alarm that does. I guess I might as well smack these guys around while I have a moment.
Here goes!
Shockwave.
Oh, flame burn 'em! Pretty easy.
At least earth and water will make forest magic. Although sadly, I won't be able to get the ice spell. Although I guess I could give Justin just all 4 magic types. And I guess come to think of it, that might be worth my time, because again, he may not be the designated mage, but he's, no matter what can happen in the game's story, I will always be playing as him, because I'm experiencing the story in his shoes. So... yeah, and when we get to town, I'm definitely going to start doing things that make sense for that. Ooh, money. Speaking of town things, I was spending a lot on upgrades, so, Alright, I never did go through the other side here. Does this count as a back attack on him? Nope. How frustrating. This guy's threatening, so let's take care of him.
This'll teach you.
Oh, it's so far away, it couldn't hit any others. Embarrassing for me. Probably worth my time to finish off anything he doesn't. Because again, the ice spell is one of the few damaging ways to... Oh, nice, fire up. Yeah, I keep repeating myself, I guess. Ooh, learn...
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
Okay, so now she has the silence spell that I'm pretty confident is going to be useless in places where it matters. Although... 12... Alright, so yeah, I want... Please tell me I got an opportunity attack. Yep, I did.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Yeah, I learned my lesson after last time. That guy has a really big knockback. Ah. Might as well get Justin's burn flame up too.
See my power!
I guess I can always just save 2 mana eggs for whoever the permanent 4th party member is, assuming it's not Godwin, because clearly he's gonna be here a while, but here we are. And just put extras on Justin.
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
Or alternatively, I could just spend 1 on Justin to give him water and 1 on Earth for Sue. I'll probably eventually get enough eggs to max out everyone, but it's a journey. Oh, I'm on the other side here. Alright, let's hope something good's here then.
Frozen step! Brr!
I like that I'm not letting these enemies get a turn, but then again, every time they do, I get wrecked with status effects and other annoying stuff, so perhaps it's good that I'm not holding back. And 1 more boom should finish him.
Fly away!
Oh yeah, that's satisfying.
What a cinch.
That was another fire level? Yes, it is. Okay, good. 14. I don't know how high I need it to get for Fina to finally start learning lightning spells. Either I'm missing something, or not all characters can learn all magic spells. I guess it's possible. Gadwin here has a... Oh, magic. Yeah, he's got a... defense loss skill, and his Earth is level 9, but Justin hasn't learned that, even though he's, Earth level 12, even higher in stats in comparison. So there's gotta be something I missed. So either some skills are character-specific, or I'm missing something. Which, to be fair, is completely possible, but again, he's got higher stats than Gadwin. Unless that spell somehow requires a higher sword level, which, to be fair, is completely possible. Ooh, this looks like a new area. Yes, it is, because I haven't looted it. Green is good, right? Yes, it is. Alright, let's find our way here. What's that doing? Ah! So we can now finally get to whatever it is over there. Anything in these barrels? No. Yeah, I need to remember, whenever I'm not sure where to progress, just bump stuff. They're definitely pushing the ability to interact with stuff in this game, and I need to take full advantage. Plus, it's just hilarious, given, you know, our protagonist Justin here is a reckless and klutzy protagonist. It's completely in character for him to completely barrel through and knock over everything. First things first, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's go back over here in order to save up. Recover. Save. And now we can go to where that is, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the boss room, but I guess we'll be finding out, won't we? I believe this is the way we want to go. If not, it's not too bad thanks to the game not having loading times, so... Now, this save point here concerns me. Do I trust Gadwin? Let's replace him with some... I don't know if we lose his items completely, so... Honestly, these aren't amazing. I will not as I mentioned before, I'm not going to even pretend to try and guess what they mean for that sword name. So yeah. Alright, so I can't strip him naked like I was planning. Do not take that out of context. But yeah, I guess if he's gonna betray me, and we have to fight him, we're about to find out the hard way just how rough he's going to be. Wow. Zoparo. I have no idea what this bird person is saying. That's the Clip King. Set your mind up on defeating him, Justin. Leave it to me. But he looks kind of weak. You idiot. Now he's going to power up into his final form. Oh shit, he really is, isn't he? I take that back. Yeah, I blame that 100% on you, Justin. If you'd said absolutely nothing, we could have had an easier boss fight and been through here, but no. Do not flinch. If you focus your strength, there's no point you cannot defeat. Go. Let's start with some buffs. Each of the heads has a form. Interesting. I should be able to delay their turns a bit by hitting them all like this. We've got a decent amount of AoEs. I think we should be able to do something here. Magic level 3. Dragon Cut. No holding back. Hot Gas. A little painful, but not huge. We did lose a spell, though. Unfortunate. Killer Bite. And he would go after the healer, wouldn't he?
Power of the universe.
Alright, we got your biggest
Dragon
move
King
here.
Slice.
Fire up. Alright, good, that didn't eat MP, so I have another shot at this. Justin, same thing. Just nuke all of them. No holding back.
Flame burn 'em.
Burnout!
We got these tier 3 spells. You bet your sweet bippy I'm using them. That's one head down. Burn Flame.
Rage and flame.
Oh, she's been inflicted with a status. I can't use skills, but I can use magic, so we'll just all heal. Burn Flame.
Take this.
Alright, this isn't nearly as bad as it could have been.
Get up!
42, that's even better healing than the Rara.
for us.
Alright, that's a lot of boost to everything. It's a shame it's a little water, but that's how it goes. Ooh, and 2 level ups, perfect. We did it, Justin! Next, just pull out the Spear of Heroes. This is splendid. All it's left now is the final trial. That's right, all it's left is the final... Wait, the monster right now wasn't the final trial? Yeah, here we go. Here we find out if I was right and if I should have brought the shitty equipment from my storage to put on him just to strip him naked. For seasoned warriors, something you can topple with strength alone can't be a true trial. From here, this is a place where men like you and me are tested. Let's go. Well, in that case, let's quickly heal up. Alright, this is the only other thing in the room, so let's see. This is going to be a puzzle, it looks like. Ah. Maybe I was wrong that the game won't have a Zelda type of puzzle. Oh, it's making a staircase. That is a really cool effect. I like it. And that is a teleporter to the next area. Well, he did say this is last test is one that cannot be overcome with strength. Which implies it's a puzzle of some sort, or it could be the duel, like I said. Room of Destiny. Ooh, that's neat. What's this? The dead end. Where's the Spear of Heroes? Justin, everything ends here in the Room of Mirrors of Destiny. The room itself is this tower's final trial of the hero. Something tells me I should be a little wary of that Room of Destiny of... Wait, Room of Destiny of Mirrors? Isn't that a few more ofs than a title usually has? The final trial? It's written there on the stone tablet. You better read it, Justin. Okay, so let me just say, if it turns against me, I'm gonna be so pissed off that I couldn't strip him naked. Gadwin, it says something, but I have no idea what it means. Stone tablet reads... He who wishes to change destiny, choose either the mirror of the moon or the mirror of the stars. One leads the future, the other death. Does that mean if you select the wrong mirror, you die? Did you know from the start, Godwin? Gadwin's one man, that means he couldn't save Dite. Maybe this is what he meant. Don't worry, Justin, I won't let you die. I'll go into the mirror first. Wait, if you choose the wrong road? In that case, you just go with the other. It's certain to lead the future. You fool, I don't want to hear that. That would mean you have died. I see. The reason it requires 2 people is because you only have a 50-50 shot of doing it correctly, and by having a second, you guarantee victory, since you'll know for a fact the first one is failure. Interesting. That went in a completely different direction. You're kidding. Did you intend this in the beginning? You were just passing through as a traveler, and decided to help me save our village. Your gallantly moves me. Don't make such a face. If I die, it'll be up to you, Justin, to save Dite. Don't die, Gadwin. Even if man has to lay down his life, he must carry through. Gadwin, surely will return. We are praying for the protection of the spirits. My name is Gadwin, Stone Tablet of Trial. I will now follow the lead of spirits. I choose Mirror of the Moon. Open! Mirror of Moon. Farewell, Justin. Gadwin? Well, it might not be over. He could have chosen correctly. He's walking on air. What happened, Gadwin? Oh, this won't work. The mirror's too small. I can't get in. Come on, Gadwin. I was so moved by your sincerity. This is no laughing matter. Now you have to go. That's what the stone tablet says. You must take this road. I understand. This is the mirror of the stars. Which path am I supposed to take? Well, let me go back and save first. Oh. No, it won't. I only have one shot at this. Someone attempted to enter. Well, the good news is I did save right after the boss fight, so worst case scenario, I just have to watch the stairs again. Well, let's read it again. My name is Justin, Stone Tablet of the Trial. I will now lead the lead of the spirits. Well, our goal is to travel where no one has gone before. The moon is far, but the stars are further. Open mirror of... Stop, Justin. What do you mean? Justin, that's not heroic, it's foolish, both of you. Why must you put your life on the line to rescue the people? If you die, your adventures will end. Is that what you want? What are you saying? I have to go or the people of Dwight will all die. Are you saying that's okay? I will go. I'll enter the mirror, so you wait here. Talking crazy. We wouldn't leave you such a dangerous thing, Fina. This is where an adventurer's experience and intuition come in. Justin, please, let me go. I've got it. Well, Fina, choose for me. I believe in you. The mirror you choose has got to be the right mirror. I ask the same, Fina. Show us the way. My name is Justin, Stone Tablet Trial. I'll follow the lead of the spirits. It's no good. I cannot choose. If I'm wrong... Fina. Well, Fina is a fairly religious person. The Spirit Stone will... Actually, that might be a good idea. I'll take the path Fina chooses. That way we'll be together. It's alright. The Spirit Stone will protect us, as it has so far. So stand up, Fina. Stone Tablet, I will now follow the lead of the spirits. That's right, we do have one way to try and, we choose the Mirror of the Stars. Open. Mirror of Stars. Justin? You have to come back. Of course. Well then, Gadwin, take care of Fiend and Sue. Rest assured, everything of Dight depends on you. This is the one that leads to the future. Once again, the road Fina chose for me is the right one. Thank you, Fina. Of course, it could also be that whatever I choose is always correct. And also notice, the compass in the upper right corner. When you're in a dungeon, that usually leads you forward. Here, it's in circles because... which it usually does in town to show there's no wrong answer, I guess. This is it! This is the spear! Here goes! Spear of Heroes has been pulled out. What's this? What happened? Ah! It's collapsing. I gotta get out of here. No, it will not let me open the menu right now. Ah, it's collapsing. I suppose I was right to rely on the Spirit Stone. What's happening? Now, supposing this enchanted tower collapsed, he successfully pulled out the Spear of Heroes, and he's all the more true hero. That doesn't matter. What happened to him? Eee. This isn't working. Only a few hours remains till the tower collapses. You go outside first. I'll wait here till Justin returns. No way, I'll wait here. I can't leave him. Fina, get a grip. Surely Justin's alright. I will stay. I made a promise. The two of us are in this together. It's inevitable. What are you doing, Godwin? Let's go, Justin! Oh no, the tower's collapsing! Justin! Dang, they specifically sprited that. This isn't looking good. Is it supposed to do this? Justin! The wretched tower has left together with the light. Oh, Justin, have you left us too? Why'd you have to die? If I didn't have to take these two back, I'd take out my... I'd commit Sudoku right now. Justin's not dead, you silly Gadwin. Kicks him in the shin. Hey, Justin, why? Wait, what's happening? What's that light?
Justin?
What?
Ow! Ow!
Justin!
Ugh.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Are you kidding? I'm just fine.
Wow! Justin, you're like a real hero!
That's right. You're just the man I knew you to be.
That's right, we have officially done our first
Really?
major heroic thing.
Come on, Gadwin. You're gonna make me get embarrassed.
Justin.
Fina, how about that? I did it. Aren't you impressed?
For some reason, I knew that was about to happen. Oh, but they
What?
even sprited
What
him
the heck
doing
was that
that.
for? Uh-oh.
Justin! You fool! Look at me! I'm crying! You have no idea how worried I was.
Fina.
Promise me, Justin. Promise that you'll never, ever worry me like that again.
I'm sorry. I promise. I'll never make you cry again. I swear.
Justin, you had me really, really worried.
Hey! It stopped raining! Look! Look, everyone! Over there! It's a rainbow!
Well, that was a fancy door. He has the mage seed, right? What's this? +1 max M3 for levels 1 through 3. I think Sue might want those since I'm making her my mage, so... I can use on Gadwin, but no! Are you crazy? There we are. What's this? Oh no, those fragments like that all over. I can't interact with them. Oh, enemies are still here. That's inconvenient. I'm gonna just try and go around them. I don't not want to deal with... Because this, honestly, I think this here was harder than the tower itself, simply because the tower had easy access healing, while here it was a bit of a gauntlet. Well, I guess to be fair, I could have speed run it with this if I wanted, but I wanted to get all the items. So yeah, that's on me. What? That's telling me to go out, and the other one's telling me to go back in? What? Let's go down the mushroom bridges, I guess. Oh dear. Mold bird. They inflict something very painful. No, they are resilient somehow, so...
See my power!
There we are. Well, at least I'm getting a bit of a carry here. I guess I can go back there and see
It's a tornado!
if there I can look at the rainbow or whatever, but...
Not bad, eh?
Guess I could go back and check real quick. Might as well take out some enemies here, too. It's not too much experience, but I guess the elemental gains are pretty decent.
Gonna get you now!
Oh, wind, blow them away!
Fire! Fly away! What a cinch!
Oh, nice. Earth up. Water went up a good amount from that, that's good. Might as well clear these guys so they aren't here on my way back.
Fire! Fly away! Yeah!
Wow. Buff with heat.
Oh, wind, blow them away!
And there we are.
Pretty easy.
Now where is the, here it is. I can go back to the village, I guess. I highly doubt I need to look at the rainbow to continue the story, but never know, I guess. I love Gadwin's running animation. I'll miss it when he's gone. Huh, I never did figure out how to get past there, how to get that money. I mean, it's not too much, so it's not like I'm losing sleep over missing a little bit of pocket change, but I guess it could imply we'll be back here later. Oh boy, we might be back here later. Wouldn't that be fun? Oops. Oh well, another all heal to raise her water magic. Good. Yeah, I got it to level 8 water, so. The rain stopped. Did you do something to stop it? Why, of course. I'd like to say, but I couldn't have done alone. But you're the ones who stopped it. Wow, here's Legend Real. They exist. Oh yeah, I just believe in Hero Legend. Sorry. Oh, Justin Company, you're back. Have a look around. Go ahead, pick stuff up. Check it out. Anything to the trading counter? Thank you so much. I heard you were going to the tower. To tell the truth, I could only half believe you could do it. I really thought Dai would be destroyed. I was wrong. Oh yeah, I did look over the footage, and it turns out that, yeah, Justin did announce his name, and that he's from across the wall to someone before I went to see, Guido, or Mario, as I'm calling him, so, Hero Spear. Unusable Spear. Look, Godwin's returned. Everyone's waiting at the beach. Come on, let's go to the Dragon's Nest. Well, as promised, I intend to get Justin some water magic. Alright, with water magic, Justin will gain Forest, thanks to his level of Earth. Water was learned. Well, you really came back alive. Godwin's the greatest. It was Justin who helped me decide. Going for the tower. He did everything. I wouldn't have even gone there if I had to do it alone. I can't believe Godwin let someone else take his place. Hooray, you did it. Everyone's overjoyed. They're waiting for you. It's great. They really did come back safe and sound, just as Godwin predicted. Is that right? I heard it sound like thunder, so I got worried. You're safe after all. Just, I'm sure that sparkling eye is a gift from the spirits. Yes, you're correct. I'm sure the spirits have given their protection to him. If not, he wouldn't have survived when the Typhon Tower came down. Godwin, the rain stopped. How'd you do it? I didn't do anything. Justin did all. This fella here? Thank you. We're all grateful. It's Justin, we're grateful to you. Okay, now I'm embarrassed. It wasn't just me, you know. We have Fina to thank too. Hey, hold on. I wish to state for the record that the Steam page for this game has an image of Justin and Fina on it in particular. It's just them looking at a map, nothing particularly romantic or whatever, but yeah. It's obvious what direction they're going. You've done so much for us. If it weren't for you, we dragon folk would have had to abandon the village. In return, if you ever need help, come see me anytime. When they have a name and unique portrait, I imagine they'll be important plot-wise. It's great the rain cleared up. Our village is saved. I guess we're really lucky. I mean, the elder said someone needed to stop it, and that someone went, right? Yeah, it was us. Oh, it was you, huh? Well, either way, they'll explain it. That means you're the heroes of Dite. Gaddy Gad and Jaj something. My name is Gadwin. Gaddy Gad was my grandfather's name. My name is Justin. Gadwin, you're more famous than ever now. I gotta catch up to you somehow. You're my only rival. Oh, I know what. I'll just have to start training like you do. I'll show you. Don't you think it'll take human superhuman training? Come on, Gadwin. Tell me what kind of training and what can I do? Well, there's all kinds of things. How can I explain it? I guess if he goes by himself in the mountains, maybe he'll become like Gadwin. Alright, I'll go. It's not like I'll be attacked by wild beasts or anything. If you're attacked by beasts, just fight back. It's part of training. I suppose that is a good point. So you must be Sue. I hope my son hasn't been a nuisance. Sometimes he can be a pain. No, not at all. He's got a lot of nerve. I mean, peppy. He's such a peppy kid. At home, he's always talking about this girl's come from town from far away. So we hope we can visit us. It would make my son happy. I'm Dat, brave hero of Dite and the people flying dragon. That's me. And is that the Spear of Heroes? Oh, that's awesome. Since the rain stopped, all's well. Dad says he can go fishing now. I guess it was the rain's fault. Don't tell anyone I can't stay to see the rain stop. I thought it'd be fun to play in the rain. Hey, now you feel I get to play in the mud. Somehow that does not surprise me. See, the spirits didn't desert us. They sent brave warriors who saved our town. Isn't that right? I guess you are right. I guess Justin is the hero chosen by the spirits. Now Dite is stronger for having survived this trial. Suddenly the rain stopped, sky cleared, and I saw a seven-color bridge. I've never seen such a thing before. It's beautiful. Maybe the spirits are sending us the congratulations. The bridge is called Rainbow. They say a paradise can be found at the end of it. Huh, let's go to the end of it and see. I've been casting a lot of spells to help you. I'm glad you came back safe. My cloud clearing spell didn't work. My spells to assist you worked, at the very least. The elders are waiting for you anxiously. You better go see them. I'm gonna grab a sip of my drink because I imagine this is gonna be a really long cutscene. There we are. Gotta keep hydrated. What's you and Gad? You came back safe. That's wonderful. I've been very worried about you. What a relief. I mean, you've gone quite a while after the rain stopped. Actually, that does remind me. I guess the reason they adamantly refused to tell us what the story is I guess they felt Justin would be against it if he learned to. There was a 50% chance someone wouldn't come back alive. And I will say I was pretty much convinced Gadwin wouldn't come back alive, so there's that. Thanks to you, brave warriors, the spirits have returned. Even though they're invisible, and we know they're here. So maybe the spirits that time that light after the tower fell. Congratulations on your safe return. With a spear in your hand happen to be Spear of Heroes? It is. Hurry up to the beach. Crush in the dragon's nest. Oh, you've returned, Godwin. With the rain stopped, I knew you succeeded. Now it's time to thrust the spear in the dragon's nest. No, I'm afraid it's not for me to do that. Listen, people flying dragon. The dark clouds are banished by the arrival of his hero in legend, and the hero's name is Justin. The adventurer came from afar. Wait, this kid did all that? The boy's the new hero? Elder, I told you at the beginning. There's no reason to scorn him for his young age. Well then, hero Justin. The dragon's nest. Only you have what it takes to do it. So, what say you? Will this will be our final heroic task. Thrust into the dragon's nest. Guess I thrust the spear here. Okay, I'm ready. Hi-ya! Oh, we've done our first true heroic deed as an adventurer. That was it? Huh. Justin, thanks to you, the village has been saved. Knock it off, you're making me blush. You know I didn't do it alone. Oh, but Justin, I didn't do anything. Really, it was you who did everything this time. Hey, come on, everyone was spamming spells against the monster. I want you to accept this, Justin. It's a fitting gift for a brave hero for the retrieval of the spear. In that case, I'll ask... Wait, what? If Fina hadn't chosen that mirror, I probably would have been killed. I mean, I just entered the mirror. It was Fina who showed me the way. Oh, it's as Justin says it was. Oh, so it's Fina's now. Well, okay, thank you. It looks great on you, Fina. Thank you. And he's officially left the party. Hence why I stripped all of his items. So, brave hero Justin, what are your plans now? My plans? Of course I'm gonna go look for the Angelou. Some big ruins lie in the south. You told me about them earlier. Justin, I'm sure you've kept Lady waiting by dawdling around the affairs. Aha, around here we call those ruins Twin Towers. I'll show you the way there. South of Dwight over the Llama Mountains and Gumbo Village. From there, it's a boat. A boat trip sounds hairy. It's not that far. And anyways, Gumbo's a warm and friendly village. Once you've arrived your boat trip, you'll have time to enjoy local festivities. Ooh, let's go right away. Who's ready to party? Let's be off, Gadwin. Well, first off, we need to put storage, I suppose. Actually, maybe we should do an additional offensive magic. Or rather, Earth here. Yeah. Oh, mana eggs are 4, huh? I'll leave 3 for now, I guess. Actually, maybe I should use another one. I can save 2 for the next because obviously it's not him. I could potentially max out spells in the general sense, really, but... Thank you so much. Alright, Earth for Sue. And, also, it might not be a bad idea to give Wind to Justin, just because he has so he has all 4 spell types. It's not required, but like I said, worst case scenario, Justin does get everything. And obviously Gadwin can't learn them because he's, not a permanent party member, I'm still confident. I'll just put this in storage for now, I guess. I mean, when we get a new party member, it'd be pretty nice to have most of the elements available to them. And there we are. The Llama Mountains. Ooh, enemies. New ones. It's a pretty wide open area with lots of enemies. This should be fun. Blue Devil. Wow. Funny how there's just, there's just demons flying around here. Literal demons.
Pretty easy, right, Huffy?
Wow, there is absolutely nothing here. So let's ambush these guys. Your initiative. Blue Kite. Fire away.
Here goes!
Well, probably better they focus on him. Oh, 0 damage. Yeah, the blue kites resist physical damage pretty hard, or at least the... They might just resist swords, I guess. Glide attack. Counter. Boom. Alright, that at least hit 4 of them. Now how much does the whip do? Okay, the whip's a little better damage.
Come, try again.
I'm gonna have to heal every single scratch with Justin as per usual to get his spell up. Maybe I should have gotten him an ice spell just because that's another single target thing, but I guess we'll find out.
Oh, wind, blow him away!
Oh, burn is maxed. Nice. Dig to buff everyone. Actually, I should probably have her use dig as well.
You can't get away with that!
Yeah, the slimes aren't taking too much damage. I guess they would resist blunt damage from a whip. I think it was blunt anyways. Whatever, they resist it. Your initiative. Burn flame.
Oh, flame, burn him!
That hit everything. Oh. Might as well max out the dig spell. I'm not sure how much that actually helps by maxing it, but it's probably worth doing, I would assume. And yes, Sue, also get your buffs up.
You can't get away with that!
Counter.
Not bad, eh?
Just a bunch of rolling hills rather than mountains, it looks like. Burn flame.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Obliterate. Oh wow.
You're no match for me.
Fire level up. Wind is right behind. I just need to use a howl a couple times and she'll be in good shape, I think.
Hiya! Fly away!
Oh, wind, blow 'em away!
Alright, there we go.
Pretty easy.
Wind level up. Excellent. Level up. Justin's now level 18. Nice. Ah. Your initiative.
Hiya! Fly away!
You're no match for me.
I guess the way new skills are learned mean that I do in fact have to change weapons people regularly rather than, like, say, have Sue with bows and nothing else.
Never get away!
What a cinch!
Easy. This is progress, it looks like, so let's not go there yet. Instead, we'll go the opposite direction, because that always leads to treasure. See? Money! Land bridge and unnatural bridge. Yelp Hill. Restores 30 SP. I guess I need to remember the Squid Gut and the, Yelp Hill are particularly valuable items because even if simply because they restore enough SP that I can use an... Ooh, nice. No, enough SP that I can use Rah from, Sue.
There!
There. It almost sounds like he's sarcastic when he's healing. There.
Oh, wind, blow 'em away!
At least giving everyone a defense buff means it counts for 4 units. If I wanted to, I could just defend and have her spam that for a bit to get it up, but... like I said, I don't want to grind too much. Although I suppose I already am, since I'm going out of my way to fight these guys instead of gunning for the exit.
Come, try again.
Money. Let's see Lotus Cut in action.
Take this!
Excellent, she hit all of them. Not enough to kill, obviously, but enough to make this easier.
Burn, baby, burn!
Nice. Burn, baby, burn.
Blade.
You can't get away with that!
I should have her attack, but again, I want to get her fusion spells for the forest magic. Sue has learned Cure Earth Up.
Not bad, eh?
Alright, status. Alright, Earth has reached level 2, that's good, but what do her spells do again? Cure is Cure is water and, Earth. And it looks like the next spell is going to be at Earth level 6, so I can worry about that then. Water still has a ways to go before I can get the next, ice spell, but I'm slowly making progress there. I need 8. I'm close to actually getting that next fire spell. I need to get water up for the good stuff. Yeah, I'm a long way away from getting more tier 3-5 spells. Oh, I didn't realize I could go here to check some stuff out. Actually, that reminds me, does she get any, new spells here? Rah-rah, whacker. Alright, so the next one, okay, so yeah, I should have had her get her blunt up, because she has enough water spell already. She just needs to get her blunt weapon up, and she can learn that. The rest of these just require, well, bluntly, all we really need to do is farm earth and water, so she needs to farm her sport spells, I guess. Magic. Cure. Ah, yeah. Green power cures poison. Alright, so I no longer need antidotes. I can sell those when we get to town. I could even go back to town and do it right away if we're honest, but... I kind of want to explore this area completely first. Yeah, this is a really wide open area. It's actually surprisingly neat compared to the other areas, which were a bit more... the mountains and stuff were largely corridors and such, which was a little boring, if we're honest. So having a nice open, for lack of a better term, dungeon feels rather nice. Oh yeah, and this means that our buddy... Alright, so yeah, so Cure is 3 water, 2 earth. Can he also... Yeah, he can also learn it. What? Are you seriously telling me Fina can't learn another skill? It looks like can win a new... Oh, but it does look like I can learn a new whip spell, but her whip level needs to go up a lot more. Oh, yeah, her wind and fire are already fine. I just need to get the whip up, so that's gonna take a while. But how odd, I've already learned almost everything I can with this. Maybe I should have gotten her something else. Maybe I should have gotten her some more water magic. Like I said, it's really frustrating, but at the same time, it does a lot. Interesting. There's a question mark, fire spell. There is a skill he learns if he gets a decent level in all of his weapons, so I do need to farm everything up. No problem, I just need to stop neglecting Blunt, and otherwise I'm fine. Fire is almost to the whatever is learned at level 18. Water just needs to be farmed up. Earth's honestly doing well, I think. Alright, yeah. Oh yeah, that's also something I can check. He can still learn plenty of spells, but forgive me when I still think he's temporary. But who knows, I was proven wrong when he never died in that ritual. Although that does make me wonder why there are authority monsters here with good visibility. Let's camp. I agree with Gadwin, I'm tired. Now, let's just have Justin Bean and get something to eat. Sue, will you help out there? Sure, that's great. We'll set up the tent. Let's do it, Puffy. Puff, puff. Naturally, after going beyond the end of the world, from here on, we'll be traveling on lands not on the map. I didn't notice until Justin said it, but we truly are on an adventure. That's right, I'm glad you feel the same, Fina. Wonder what awaits us in the village of Gumbo. Should be fun there. Whenever I'm full, I feel tired all at once. Fina, no matter how you cook, it's always delicious. Puff, puff. You've eaten everything. Thank you soon, Puffy. I helped too, you know, don't forget that. Say, Justin, what kind of place is the village of Gumbo? Let's have Godwin tell us about it. We should talk about the land that lies ahead of us. What's the village of Gumbo? What's the festival like? Owing to the nearby volcano, Gumbo is always warm. Thanks to the volcano, the villagers celebrate often. They always have a positive outlook, and they like to celebrate after the third meal. They live for the festivals. Festival sounds like fun. For me, adventures and festivals are two words the same thing. We should talk about some. What's the village itself like? It's a warm village facing the sea. Thanks to the nearby volcano, it feels like spring all year long. Though a coastal village like Gumbo is completely different. It's lively with year-round festivals. Gumbo is an insanely vibrant place. Wherever I go there, I feel responsibly cheerful. Now about the Twin Tower ruins. I've not gone to those Twin Towers, but from stories I've heard, it's situated in Gumbo. The problem is that Gumbo and the Twin Tower, between them lies mountains that spew deadly poison gas. Consequently, the only way to reach is the southern sea. In Gumbo, we'll have to seek a boatman. There are frogs jumping over the village. There's frog statues everywhere. Festival lasting several days. Justin and builds physical stamina. It's an opportunity to test your manhood. Haha, God, when everything's new. We should find a boatman as soon as we arrive to Gumbo. Clear ocean and blue sky. Gumbo must be a romantic place. Say, Justin, Fina. At Gumbo, you two can go swimming. Bother you? Where'd that come from? What are you saying, Sue? Yeah, what do you mean, Sue? Saw the photo on the Steam page. What's wrong, Justin? Why are you turning red? Oh, Sue, you say such strange things all of a sudden. Village of Gumbo sounds like a happy place. Sure does. It's just a place for Justin. Well, let's go off to bed. Stop us Gumbo. Good night, everyone. Bad guys, for lack of a better term. But this does seem like a bad... I'm sorry, Colonel. The forces stationed in New Palm have not reported as having discovered Jason. No reports, you say? Drat, where did he disappear to? Have them continue searching New Palm? With the end of the world, there's really only one place for him to return to. I mean, walking over that wall is impossible. Send the reports directly to me without going through General Ball. Okay, general named after a demon is most definitely a bad guy sort of thing. Even have admittedly pretty cool names. Do we tell him of the Spirit Stone? We have yet to obtain that Spirit Stone. Without results, don't you think Father would be happy just to hear a status report? Right. Sorry, I sped that up a bit too quickly. Yes. Start the operation now. There's still mysteries left for us to solve. This means the Empire won't be on our ass for a good amount of time. The mysteries of the Icarians. Do we head east? Yes, the ruins. Move up the final inspection of our ship, Lion Lot. Or is it Leon Lot? Even Fire Emblem can't figure it out, since they changed the character's name the same way twice. Lean will be start marching again tomorrow. Rest up a little tonight. Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, if nothing else, we'll finally have some peace from them. I'm glad. I was genuinely worried they'd follow us over the walls and an airship would be in the best position for it. But luckily, they think... I was gonna say they think our hero's too dumb for that, but I guess to be fair, they kind of have reason to think Justin's kind of an idiot, huh? Oh, I was wondering how I make that go off. Alright, so yeah, people have definitely been here a while. Looks like they're worshipping that demon. Sounds like a good point to kill.
You can't get away
Yeah, dig on 4 people really does help burst up Earth elemental powers. Just attack him. Oopsie.
You'll never get away!
Arya! Fly away!
Okay, you can at least cast on the last one there. Excellent.
What a cinch!
Honestly, I probably should seriously consider returning to town just to get Fina a new spell type, because oh boy did I not realize I'm not actually learning anything from that. So either more healing, give her the earth like all the others. Unfortunately, not getting some, what's it called? Some, overlap is inevitable. For better for worse, overlap is 100% inevitable. I can't avoid it.
Here goes! Ha!
So... But she's at the limits as to what spells she can learn.
What a cinch!
Excellent, Sue leveled. Actually, that reminds me, Gadwin's WoW is 5 Earth, 5... wait, no, he says 5 Earth, 5... Fire? Justin isn't learning that. Huh. I guess some spells really must be character-specific, because that's clearly not on one of his learnable spells. Snooze is probably going to be the one he learns there. Yeah, I just need to farm water for her, and that's all, really. Given how annoying that is, maybe I should go with Earth, simply because that's a guaranteed...
You can't get away with that!
Or Earth up. Again, I'm not sure what maxing out Dig actually does for us, but... I mean, very close to it, why shouldn't I? Earth up.
You can't get away with that!
Oh, excellent. 2 casts in a single. That's definitely going to boost their Earth quite a bit.
That, eh?
Yeah, 24, 48 for Stu. That's really nice.
Bomb and blast!
I wonder if Gadwin has unused voice lines for the water and wind spells he can never learn. Burn Flare. Ooh, nice.
You're no match for me.
I guess even Gadwin can learn new tricks. Pina leveled. Perfect.
Here goes! Ha!
This should one-shot him.
What a cinch!
At least we're taking out the demon's worshippers. That makes the demon weaker, right? That's how it works?
Oh, wind, blow him away!
They barely take any damage from her whip, so it's probably best to just do it this way.
Pretty easy.
Might as well take you guys out while I'm here. Dig. Team defense up.
This'll teach you. Pretty easy.
I don't know why it took me so long to notice that silly thing telling me what spells I can learn. I have no idea why she's not learning any lightning magic, though. That confuses the crap out of me.
Please protect us.
Might as well max out Runner, I guess. Only 3 people. Oh, no, the whole party got it.
Bomb and blast!
Now, will it held everything or miss the blue devil?
You can't get away with that!
Sue has learned Tremor.
All right, we won!
We are slowly making progress. That guy's so far away, he can't even reach me. Oh, I see the gimmick for this area. Okay, this was not the way we came. This must be it then. Because I wanted to get to heal real quick. Well, this could be good too.
You can't get away with that!
More digs, the better, I think. Might as well max. Use the last MP on digging. Dig, 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 dig.
Come!
That's not it, is it? Yeah, this is it. We'll heal real quick. I'm wondering if perhaps it's... I was worried about maybe I was getting a bit over-leveled, but at the same time, I think it might be less that I'm over-leveled and more I have a lot of stuff. What are my stuff? That doesn't make any sense. What I mean is I have been leveling up my spells a lot, and that's been giving me access to a lot stronger stuff that's affecting things.
Oh, wind, blow them away!
You can't get away with that!
You're no match for me.
Money. Yeah, I definitely want to go the opposite progress to get all the items, although I will say the animations here might make it take a bit longer than expected. Well, I suppose it's no big deal. Looks like this is taking me in a circle anyway, so whatever.
They're there!
Yeah!
Attack up 1.
You can't get away with that!
They're there!
Demon. Oh. Whip little up. And again, we need to spam dig.
You can't get away with that!
Luckily, Earth is one of the easier. Even though Earth doesn't start with an attack spell, it's still pretty easy to raise.
Come, try again.
Darn, I was hoping he'd be so slow I'd get the heal off, but whatever. There we are. He's slowly getting his water spells up. You're an annoying little bugger. Let's get ya. Boom.
Here goes! Ha!
That takes them all out. Easy. Yeah, that's all 3 of them, so they're gone.
What a cinch!
Yeah, if you need offensive magic, fire and wind is a pretty strong combo. Eye Stone speeds casting of spells. Oh crap, that's an ambush. Boom pow. count.
Fly away!
Boom Pow should finish him off, so I'm not worried.
All right, we won! They're there!
You can't get away with that!
Water level up. Excellent. Slowly getting more water for Justin. And Earth up.
They're there!
Come, try again.
I guess I could think about I could give Sue fire. No, I already gave her a third element. Oh, is that progress? Do I really want to go through all that, though? This isn't too delayed, I guess, but... Well, I don't have any maps, so... I actually think this might be it. And it takes a decent amount of time to make these animations go through, so I think I'm just going to call it here. It's gonna suck if it turns out there's a gem or something I missed, though. You know what? I think I'm at the point where I can live without a gem. Oh, interesting. So I guess the Rem's people are all from the opposites. I see. So everyone on this side of the wall are notably different. And for them, our side of the world is the one that doesn't exist. So people without the strange features are weird to them. This is the village of Gumbo. First, we must find a boatman. We have to go to the Twin Towers by sea. Right beach in paradise, a boat ride, the Emerald Sea, a fine tropical breeze. Phew, brrr. Hey, it's cold. You say it's a warm village? And quiet. I don't hear festival sounds. Sounds of waves are all I hear. Godwin, this isn't quite what I mentioned from what you told me. That's strange. The old Gumbo had an entirely different atmosphere. That bracing salt air is certainly that of Gumbo, but it's a fishing village after all, but it's much different from Dite. Really? Achoo. It's hard to get the village. Come on, we'll find a boatman who'll take us to towers. I have the feeling they're gonna have an issue of their own we have to deal with. Welcome, you're young yet so daring. You stay the night? Not right now, but let's save. Guest house. tool shed. This is an item shop, right? Yeah. Rain staff. Frog axe. For better or for worse, I do in fact need to get Sue's staff rating up. Goes down by only 1. Dragon vest. 2 anti-fire level. Frog shirt. 1 anti-water level. Returns normal attacks. Stonehead. Don't fall if attacked. We're starting to get to the gear that has actual effects, so... That's really expensive. Hey, I got business for you. Yeah, she needs to get her staff level up. She already has the water for it, it's just the staff now. After that, I'll swap it over to, Justin. His staff level needs to get... His blunt weapon level needs to get up too. Excuse me, you there, swimsuit. You know a boatman with 2 strong arms want to go to the tower. What is? Don't get closer. What's wrong with her? Why'd she run away like that? Knowing you, Justin, you probably offended her. No, I didn't. What are you saying? What would I do something like that? Hey, what are you so touchy about? But it was a bit strange. Look, there's people over there. Let's ask them. Oh, I see. I actually can't bypass the path. Perhaps you're a messenger for the Frog God? Messenger? I'm Master Frog, employed by the Frog God. Now, as you come to Gumbo, please extol the frogs. Extol, is that some superstition? Oh, messenger of the Frog God all this time. Thank you. Those armbands, you're a couple? Matching? No, they do match, but I'm the Frog Sorceress who channels the Frog God. My specialty is fortunes. Sure, why not? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. What's happening? Excuse me, the Frog God has come, so do not worry. That's interesting. You'd think a frog would not like a place to be too cold, because, you know, they're cold-blooded, and therefore, if it's icy, they die. Excuse me, you're looking for a boatman to take us to Twin Towers? Huh? An attractive girl. What? No, not a girl, you're a boy. That's right, a boy, haha. Now, what was that on about? Yeah, this place is getting weirder. Hey, Fiend, I think you missed a cute boy. Yikes. Don't worry about it, Fiend. If the moment I met you, I knew you were a woman. Hey, that's rude. Both of you. That's uncalled for. I don't understand what. There's something funny's going on. Whatever is very strange. It doesn't seem like we'll get a good boat to the Twin Towers at this rate. Alright, I'm just gonna say right now, if it turns out Dagon is responsible for this, and this is basically the Shadow over Innsmouth, well, it's a JRPG, so we'll just kick Dagon's ass. Oh, I'm a puppet of love. I can't move without you. Why did you do this to me? What? Ah, what's wrong with you? Give it up. I don't want to see or talk to women. Don't cry. Just start looking at my face. What's going on? You are a matador of love. I face you like the bull. Ah, but you turn away from me. Some day together with you. You. Wait, me? No, man, stay away. Men are no good. When it comes to Gumbo, I'm a living dictionary. Want to hear the story? Well, we don't tell lies here. I don't remember telling you this story. Okay, then tell it to me. The story that long ago a man and a woman did something evil. For that reason, Gumbo became a lonely village with no happy couples. Even the spirits hated that Gumbo, and they would not come near. When the brave couple appeared, one day, not fearing the past, the two became a couple. They offered the village for them and celebrated. It was a joyous festival with a dance and entice the spirits. The festival would go on forever. After that, the couple invited the blessing of the spirits, and the festival would be uninterrupted. They didn't know about that. That was Gumbo was warm all year and the men were happy. Huh, now it's totally different. It's not warm. The men and women here are not getting along. Originally, Gumbo was a paradise. There's a reason it became like this. Are you going to explain why it became like this? Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just the culture of people on the other side of the wall that they don't discuss their legends or stuff very often. But then again, that guy did just tell me this, supposedly the history, but... Hey there. What do you call a man with a seagull on his head? Cliff. Get it, Seagull Cliff? Oh, brother. I guess bad jokes are part of everyone's culture. I got one. What do you call a man with who is a stick? Who is sick? Chuck, get it? Being and not you too. Oh, that's a good one. I gotta use that one sometime. I'll have to work on my jokes more, so I'll tell you new one when I see ya. Are you on a hot spring trip with your big sister? Big sister? Oh my, with your mother? What? No way! Are you couple truly the couple? What do you want? I know, you came to see my Simone. Is that the frog statue? Yes. One evening, the frog goddess appeared by my bed and said me, carve a statue modeled on me, and the statue's what I made. Quite beautiful, don't you think? Yes, those round pupils, tight chins, pixie neck. Oh, Simone, you're a goddess. Certainly well made, for a frog. Wow, you made this frog statue so skillfully, I can almost hear it croaking. Puff! Golly, it croaked. Was that you, Puffy? You startled me. Yeah, I'm starting to think Simone the Frog Goddess may actually be this universe's version of Dagon. Who I keep accidentally trying to call Dagoth. Damn you, Morrowind! Getting me think of Dagoth when I'm trying to think of Dagon from something else completely. The sea is nice, the beauty of the sea is the treasure and the spirits it gave people, don't you agree? Why, yes, I do. Well, we're of like mind. We'll speak more of beauty. Oh, wait, forget what I just said. Just like always, you pretty girls, forget myself. See, I'm pretty? What? No. No, you're not a person. Surely not. You're a purple octopus. Octopus? How rude. Well, I suppose with Puffy adding 4 additional limbs, that does add up to 8. Ah, I do look good, Vance. And like me or anywhere else, I had to fight the girls off. What's wrong? Why are you talking to your own reflection in the mirror? How cute. You're a girl for me, but I can't talk to you. Normally fate brings 2 people together, but be patient. Our future. Sim does see you. Wait for me. Wait, what's with this kid? Has something? When you become a couple, something flies around them in the air. What's the stuff that flies in the air? Flying? It's just hearts? Swooning? That can't be it. Who are you? You're not Gumbo villagers, but we're a couple. We're not a couple. Why is everyone calling us that? Why do we call you a couple? Don't man and woman together make a couple? Well, that is a pretty common trope, and not just in JRPGs, just in general. Honestly, one thing I am glad that Fire Emblem has started having more of lately is male and female characters who have a strong friendship that don't end up as a couple. Not to say it can't happen. I mean, obviously, the pairing system's popular. Shipping wars have been around since, well, the first game with Marth and Sheeta versus Marth and Katria. But, you know, there's other kinds of love, you know? Sometimes a strong mutual respect can be strong in its own right. I'm a priest working for the frog god, the god of Gumbo. People call me the master frog. If you study as much as I have, you can speak frog language, so listen carefully. Ribbity ribbit, ribbity ribbit. Even if I listen closely. Maybe you can't understand. Puff puff. What? That superior melodic soulful sound. Could it be, at long last, true frog language? Is that so? That's Puffy's language. Are you two having an boring conversation? I don't understand a word. It's a beautiful day today. Planting's going well too. Wow, you have a really high voice. Is that so? I never noticed. I think I have a rather manly voice. A delicate man. I'll give you a little training. What'd you do, Gad, when he's foaming? Wait, what? What? You're a woman. Why are you dressed as a man? What was that for? What'd I do? What are you doing that? You made my lover faint. I didn't know. I'm so ashamed. I'll commit Sudoku to apologize. That's okay. You don't have to be so extreme. Okay. Now just keep a secret and Mentis here. Interesting. A gay couple's more acceptable in this village than the other way around. Frankly, I would just rather cut the middleman and make both fine, since it just makes things easier. Oh, for love. I mean, why should there be limitation? But I suppose I'm just I'm just a legally distinct fey creature, so my standards for love may be a bit different from others. Oh, what a surprise, I haven't seen a customer for a long time. There are no customers here. Perhaps you're not popular? No, the Gourmet Frog Restaurant is a favorite dating spot. We used to have them waiting in line. Since no one's here today, you can have the whole place yourselves, so feel free to relax. So this place was made for couples, and they used to be very popular here, but now they're not. So is Dagon here evil, or were they actually good, and something ruined their lives? Interesting. You know, part of me wants to go back to see if there was... You know, between streams I'll take a look, see if I missed anything important there, but I don't think I did. Or I hope I didn't, because I don't want to go back there. Everyone hides from love. We all hide our thoughts of love. It's wonderful, this little drama. Drama, you say? Are you an actress? Ah, that's a good one, but no, unfortunate one. I'm writing a script for a drama. I've been waiting to put together a tragedy for some time. Now the material for tragedies all over town. Two in love, separated. I guess if this universe lacks a William Shakespeare, someone needs to make Romeo and Juliet. When I grow up, I will be Bobby's bride. How I love Bobby. But when I said that to my dad, he said I can't marry him. What can I do? Well, sure your father doesn't want to give you up just yet. Two people in love is tragic. Ooh. Whoa, don't yell all of a sudden. Oh, I still can't forget. It's like Taylor blew it. Let's about my mouth. What were you yelling such a loud voice? I'd forget about girls. Hey, you're a girl, aren't you? Of course, excuse me. Please don't talk to me. That's not something to cry about. Are you hurt? Well, now, lovebirds. You lovebirds are young. Stay together. You're bold. What lovebirds? Oh, stop playing dumb. You're with this pretty girl, right? It's terrible when your partner's slow. Isn't it, pretty one? That's not right. Oh, I see now. There's no need for words when love is strong, right? It's like when we were young. Young men nowadays are pitiful. They can't date women, but we had a hard time, too. Persuading, praising, gifts. But I did marry the most beautiful woman in the village, right, Grandma? Even Grandpa brags about us on romance. Interesting. So this elderly couple is just fine. What do you mean? Ah, so the elderly couples are not affected from whatever this is. Greeting tent. Huh. This greeting tent is definitely going to be plot important, but apparently not yet. So something's preventing people from hooking up here. But only younger people, since the elderly can have hooked up just fine. You're covered in mud. You ought to take a bath and get home. Yeah, it's okay. Yow, I shouldn't talk to the girl. Don't talk to her. I'll make Papa angry. Ah, two men. I feel dizzy. My head's spinning. Oh no, I can't let him see me like this. Don't talk to me. Wait, what? Let me be. Is this a new house? I guess it is. I'm worried. Only this much of a year's rice remains. We'll have to wait until the Moge tribal merchants come on our peddling tour. Moge? What are they? Does that have anything to do with the Guido with Mario, whom we met in Dite? The Moge tribe lives on the other side of the sea. It's just hearsay, but they probably already returned home because the mermaids have come. Mermaids? Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah. If we go with more traditional mermaids, then those can definitely be behind this. Only a little of this year's rice remains. When the rice bin becomes empty, what do we eat then? Oh well, we won't have anything to eat, but we won't die as long as there's a festival. What are you saying? You'll die if you don't eat? Wait a minute, we can't have the festival. That's a problem. I love the chief's place. Before, when I went to visit, he always let me go in the hot spring pool. Now the hot spring stopped. There's only cold water. The pool ceased to be. It is an ex-pool. Oh, how I wish the hot spring would return. It felt good to swim in there. Oh, what do? I know I'm useless here. What's wrong? It looks like you hit rock bottom. Bottom, that's terrible, but I guess you're alright. Oh man, I made it worse. Okay, you have a portrait, therefore you are automatically important. Hey, there's a cute girl in this house named Nina. Oh, really? Justin! But I have to give up on her. Okay, why? Man, I guess these people across really hate talking about it. And yes, I know they're refusing to talk because they can't give the player too much information, but it feels rather awkward. What should I do? The hot spring stopping was probably my fault. How could that be? I was mean to the frogs in the pond, so it must be the curse of the frog god. Mean, what'd you do? I couldn't hold in, so I peed in the water. That's gross. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, frogs punish this asshole, but the village is too much. The ancestor of the frogs probably got angry and stopped the hot spring. Oh, a frog! It looks like in Gumbo they worship frogs. So it seems. There's one over there, too. One of the frogs their god. Oh, there, Gadwin. It's been a long time. Oh, Sim, as always. I'm glad you've been doing well, too. We're still beholden to you. Well, why don't you stay a while? Gadwin is a whiz at digging hot springs. He just thrusts his sword in the ground just like that. Then a hot spring gushes forth. It would take the people of Gumbo a whole day to dig that hot spring. That was a long time ago. If the hot spring no longer flows, then there's nothing. Ah, woman, leave me alone. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm working. It's very hard work in the fields. Very busy. Chief's house. Oh, Donda. I can only think of him. I have a feeling I can somehow hear his voice. I can only meet him in my dreams, yet why can't I sleep? Get to sleep to meet him. I first took off 5 days sleep day of night. I haven't sleepy at all. Do I not have the qualifications for love? Okay, so these two have portraits, so they're gonna be relevant. And our hero is an idiot. Although I guess that was evident, because I keep knocking these things over. Oh, the honored guest. I'm gonna try and make him sound like the Grand Kai from Dragon Ball, because that's the energy I'm getting from this guy. Finally honored guests have arrived. Now the festival can get going. Yippee! What? What's this? I'll come directly to the point. We'll be traveling with that young lady there. Young lady, do you mean? No, the other one. The one with the matching armband. You two are a couple, right? Love through good and bad, through suffering. Is it that obvious? I guessed right, a bell ringer. You are a couple. Well then, we shall recognize you two as brave couple. First a minute, Justin and I are not particularly. Come on, Phoenix, seems to make him happy. There's no harm, right? Still, what are you saying? At this point, I think trying to resist it will just make this romance subplot more frustrating, so we're just going to have Justin embrace it. The couple's appeared, prepare the feast. Something's in the background, but I'm not sure. It is the Chief of Gumbo. Ah, yes, the Chief. I believe that was 5 years ago. The the guardian deity of Gumbo, stopped. Fire of the volcano died. Gumbo became cold, waiting for the couple. When the couple comes, it was still warm. Legends say it will be a beautiful couple. If there's a couple, we have a festival. Festival of fun. I'm happy, so happy I heard. It's the first time in my life for this. They sure seem happy. I'm getting embarrassed as watching everyone. Thank you. Thanks to you, Taylor and I have openly become a couple. We're getting all kinds of praise. We haven't done anything. It'll be tough for me, so hang in there. We're cheering on you. From here, what are they talking about? Oh, Lulu, I love you. Whoa, made a mistake. I'm Justin. Whoa. Where'd you take my Lulu, Justin? Answer me in a couple. The brave couple. I think our saying's mixed up. Toto, I love you. What are you saying? I can't talk to these guys in the middle or whatever reason. Thank you. R to you. Kiss me together. Never part. Wow. What should we do? Go see the ocean? I don't want to see any more. Oh, it's a brave couple. As you can see, Nina and I become a couple. I'll be on with Nina from now, and truly, this is what we waited for this day. Hanging there for the finale. We'll never forget our debt to you. I want to go look at the night ocean. Outside to find many happy couples, thanks to you. Yes, the night ocean sounds romantic. We'll enjoy the festival here a little longer, right? Of course. Truly are a marvelous couple, following your example, right? Shall we do something matching? Like something like their armbands? Sure, great idea. We're going to store to buy something as a token of love for the finale tomorrow. The best Gumbo, especially Gumbo, you know? We owe this to you two, who were declared the brave couple for us. I'm truly grateful. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that their culture specifically requires a brave couple in order to allow other couples to begin. Oh yeah, we're in the meeting room tent. I guess I should give an opinion on Fina and Justin while we're here, and yeah, they do have some decent chemistry, honestly. I mean, they met on that pirate ship adventure, first of all. They inspired each other. Justin learned he shouldn't be doing things on his own. Hona and Fina learned that she shouldn't be tying herself down to just what the Adventurers Guild was, especially when they have absolutely horrible people running them. Plus, they didn't hook up right away. They still decided to become friends and such first, going over the wall and such, achieving impossible odds. I imagine they won't actually agree to being a couple until, like, the end of the game, but like I said, it could be much more frustrating, and believe me, I played quite a few games where the romance subplot was just a tumor on the whole damn thing, but I'm not getting that feeling from this game, which is honestly really good. How about How about it? Do you think you're having a good time? How about I sing another song? Nah, it's alright. Really tired. Why don't you take a walk outside, breathe the fresh air? When you're tired, tell me, and I'll escort you to the guest house. We haven't met for ages. Tonight, we'll go on talking together like this. Doesn't matter what we say. I don't care about the cold. I don't notice when I'm with her. The others are probably inside. If the volcano does not erupt, the night will be freezing in Gumbo. Night sure is cold, but I don't care. So they actually rely on the volcano. This night seemed a long time. We watched the stars like we did when we first met. I just love the way it can be so romantic. Nights are cool, but you don't feel cold when you're in love. I don't mind as long as I'm with him. Oh, the stars are pretty. Everyone who's at home should come outside. It's not a little bit cold when you're... Power of love can conquer anything. You understand, don't you? Sure, I guess. Sea is good. The beauty of the sea is the jewel the spirits gave man, right? Well, yes, certainly. It's much prettier around here than AC New Palm. Oh, sorry. I see this lady as a partner already. I just can't help myself when I see someone so beautiful. I imagine that's going to be the boat we visit, if only because that has a blatantly different model from all the others in the port. This is really great. I don't have to worry that she doesn't like me. Thanks to you, this has been resolved. We can be romantic from now on. It's really wonderful you toned up. I don't have to worry about whether he likes me or not. Now we can be together. Chew, I'm sneezing. Better cuddle with him so we don't get cold. Oh, you're the one for me. I won't be separated a second time. Love you too. Look, see the small island? Everyone calls it Happy Island. Or the island of passionate love. There's a special reason for that. The spirits will give their blessing to a couple bound by true love, and because it's so beautiful, you see love burns hotter here, the two will surely be wed. Fortunately, I've never seen it. Must be a good thing. Spirits must be in good mood there since they increase your happiness even more. I should probably be leaning into my more, Fae-adjacent side. I mean, that's probably kind of the, point of VTuber appeal, right? But at the same time, well, I guess I haven't really run in too much of a good place. I guess I'll have to see if this game has any fairy world type areas. I mean, even the rabbits could be, although they're more of the merchant race from Breath of Fire 3, I think it is. Which Breath of Fire was it? I can't remember. They're really brave. I mean, everyone says so, but why? I don't understand myself, but bravery is a real thing, you know? Right now, I don't understand what brave is. What could it be? Oh, I can't go in any of the buildings. Alright, so yeah, we need to progress the plot. We want to continue? Alright, we'll go talk to the Grand Kai, then. First, I need a sip of a drink. I need to hydrate. I guess I could also make a... I guess I could be fairy-like if they start making contracts. After all, what's more fairy-like than making contracts with mortals? Oh, do you want to retire already? Yeah, time to go to bed. Are you tired then? I'll escort you to the guest house. Yeah, come here tomorrow. We'll have a finale at the festival. Finale, is it? Sounds like fun. Oh, if you say so, I have preparations to make. Yeah, the fact they're blatantly not saying it again. Well, first of all, it's frustrating, but it also means there's a detail that we would absolutely not approve of if we knew about it. Yesterday, I was really stumped by the chief's song. We said something like, I'll sing you my 99 best hits till morning. I wonder what we could do. Everyone's having a good time. Wonder if it's festival ended. They said they're starting the finale. They said today's the final day. What will we be doing again? Hey, Justin, don't you think reception's kind of strange? Something's wrong. I have a bad feeling. Huh, you're being oversensitive, Fina. Say they have the finale in the tent. Let's go over there. Well, let's save. If it turns out the ending is a ritualistic sacrifice, give the finale your best, forget about fire business. Huh, give the finale your best, what do you mean fire business? I don't know what you're saying. Alright, they're not letting me sleep because then they don't want, there are times when you can let the illusion of multiple days pass in an RPG, but this is not one of them because this is explicitly the day of the festival. But I'm going to guess that people are going to have some very, oh, whoops. I'm gonna guess the volcano is the next place we're going. Just, call it a hunch. Couples everywhere have forgotten fortunes. Let's try one. Ribbity ribbit. Oh, excuse me. Well, no, you two must be a happy couple. Why do people love couples so much? In Gumbo Frogs, couples are the alter egos of spirits. Yeah, I guess this place really enforces that you don't step on the grass. Ah, finally, this place is full. Papa prefers older men. If you look at our preferences, it feels like there's only been me. Men the same age are just like children. They're not good at all. Compared to me, you're still a child. That's as it should be. I can't be compared to you. No matter how many years apart, no matter what it says, I'm in love. Folks are a couple. Papa. Oh, she was talking third person. We've been waiting for so long. The two of us can again eat grandly like this in the dream. Thank you. We owe this all to the brave couple. Yes, now try this. Sweet isn't delicious. Oh, perhaps I was staring. Excuse me. Look at this great prosperity. Everyone's come since you heated things up. Wow, a lot of people coming. Do we get anything for free? Oh, that'd be fitting. We will treat all of you. Eat and drink all you like. I wanted to be with Pulpa. I wanted to meet her. There's nothing into her love. That's gotten a little creepy now. I wanted to see you, Linnick. It's been a while since like a dream. Our partner together, never be separated. How passionate, thank you. Now, we do have to be careful. They may intend to sacrifice us to the frog god. And if Dagon's going to try and devour us like frog enemies probably would be expected to do, we're gonna have to kick its ass. Travelers, aren't you? Travelers are a rarity, and I thought I was the only traveler from Gita. He knows that talking rabbit. Hey, you know him? He's still traveling. You know Mario? Hey, you know Mario? If he's still traveling about, he's probably met many people. I do believe I love the accounts I've heard of Mario's travels, and I've heard many. The story of the village turned to stone by a curse, in the village where boys take a completely different form when they grow up. Because Mario's a peddler, he is very stingy with money, but the stories are free. And yeah, like I said, it turns out, yeah, I spoke with someone where Justin, most likely very loudly, announced his name and where he's from. And given, you know, Guido is a rabbit, he probably had no issue overhearing that. And given he's a merchant, well, he does seem to, he'd likely consider some level of information valuable, but I guess if he's willing to share stories for free, he does have some, he does give himself some leeway for some fun. There's a legend that if you throw a coconut over your shoulder from here to a couple on the island, your wish will be granted, but I can't confirm it's true. The couple hasn't shown up. Throw a coconut to a couple on that island, your wish will be granted. Recently, you can find couples around the village, but none are on the island yet. Suddenly, I see more couples. Everyone's impressed by you. They wanted to date, but held off. You two are just really well matched. Well matching armbands, cuddled up together. Even I'm starting to feel the heat. You're my lover. Keep your hands off. What's wrong? Stop fighting. Shove. The problem is there's three of us. Yuri wants to be with me. Stay. You're fighting. You have a lot. There's nothing to do. Keep out. Hey, stop, both of you. Stop fighting over me. Fight over one person, right? You got too much happiness. Hey, don't add fuel to their fire. It's no use. Haven't we always been friends? Well, the obvious solution could be, well, you could do the Tenchi Muño thing, but everyone has to, you know, agree to that before doing that. Or she could simply choose for herself, or choose neither and just remain friends. There's plenty of ways to handle a situation like that. Murmur, gurgle. Hey, this guy is sleepy standing up, but a lazy bones. What'd you say? I'm always awake. I do this because I don't have a boat. I raced the dog to see who's faster. My boat was smashed. My boat was smashed. I drowned. I saw a light before my eyes. Saw my dead grandparents kissing and having fun at a dinner party. They asked, would you like to come? I said, well, I'll come after a little more over here. When I came to, I was on the boat. Well, that was an interesting near-death experience for him. Dead or alive, I was happy to see Grandpa be at a party. Look here, everyone becomes lovebirds happy. My drama was gonna be a tragic love. Very well, I'll turn to a comedy. There's not much time when a playwright shows her hand. I was really getting the tragic thing, but comedy's good too. Well, sometimes you need to shape the story in the direction it wants to go instead of where you specifically want it to go. Or at least that's advice I was personally given for writing. A tragic comedy, a playwright does it all. At the very least, I am fully aware that sometimes the final project will be completely different from what you planned out in your head, and that's so from that angle, I can definitely see where that advice is coming from. That's just the Taylor and Tom stuff. Justin, let's go. I know you're fighting. I don't know you're fighting for, but it's excellent to keep your fighting spirit in old age. I think you're missing the point. Young people can never beat us when it comes to love. Sorry, Grandma, when I see young people whispering their love, one bird's hotter. I don't understand, but vigor's a good thing. Yeah, but is it too much of a good thing? Finale at last. Wish you too well. Here, to cheer you on. That sounds like you're encouraging us. Yeah, still feeling uneasy. Yeah, even the brave couple would feel uneasy, but Nate and I should have better role in this finale. Hang in there, you two. Somehow I have a feeling the finale of this village is not something good. Fina, you're talking too much. Okay, yeah, at this point I'm convinced. They're going to ritualistically sacrifice the brave couple in order to make the other couples more empowered or something stupid like that. More, you sleep well, good luck with the finale. If it succeeds, Gumball will return to what it was. I want to thank you so much. I'm the daughter of the chief. We pray the spirits will protect you and take you part of this finale. Yeah, they're being obnoxiously, then again, I guess that might precisely be why they're being obnoxious, as in, they're actually doing this in-universe because they know we wouldn't approve if they told us before we started. Oh, it's a couple. The festival finale's here. Are you ready? Yeah, I guess we're as ready as we'll ever be. Oh, that's great. Like yesterday, the two of you can sit there. Somehow I have a bad feeling about this. Let's do it, Fina. You don't want to offend the villagers. What will they do? I'm excited. Attention, the finale shall begin. Now, certainly you were told the village is worried about the fire of the volcano going out. Well, the chief did sing in a loud voice. Great, okay, well, the volcano going that way to the fire, owing to the fire dragon, which appeared at the summit. As told in the village legends, the young couple are to be offered in sacrifice to the... Were you two told this? What? Sacrifice? Hold on a minute, we haven't heard any such story. Truly? Didn't I actually say that to you? Oh, damn it, I knew it. We're being ritualistically sacrificed. Oh, well, that won't do. I try my best not to forget. I've gotten quite forgetful lately. Yeah, fuck you. I know damn well you intentionally avoided mentioning that. I don't really curse that often, but when I do, you know I'm pissed. Well, now everything's been said. You two embellished as the brave couple. I was about to say what stops us from literally just... Excuse me, we're afraid of being sacrificed. We do not attain the love of two people. We were a couple do not fear death. We show bravery, will go down in history. I'll surely be that. Hey, wait a minute. I was about to say, how are they going to force us and not just have us leave? But I guess that does answer that question, doesn't it? Just a minute, is this a bit much? Staying hush about being a sacrifice? Well, you can't say defeating the dragon's impossible. Still, it's a fine day if they are eating for us. That's not a problem, I suppose. This is terrible. Dad, when we have to chase after them. Okay, so we slay the dragon, we return to town and slay the chief. I don't care if everybody is in the middle there, we are going to stab him until he apologizes. Stupid, that's why it's not a bad feeling. What do we do now? It could be... His portrait's upside down. It couldn't be it. Oh, we didn't know. Really? They were acting too nice, and you didn't think it was strange? Well, Fina, I was enjoying the banquet. I guess we're opposites. Well, now I am especially glad that I gave water magic to our protagonist. Ouch, I hit my fanny. Fina, you alright? Ah, so this is what it's come to. Justin, don't you feel just a little bit responsible? Yeah, I know, it's all my fault. Anyway, we can't go back now. If we kill the fire dragon, it'll be a problem though, right? Oh, sure, change the subject, but I guess you are right. I'm sure the fire dragon's at the summit then. That's a Fina I know, let's go. I suppose this is what I get for not giving Fina magic, despite being offered several chances to do so. Right. Of course, one of the others had the fire charm. Why wouldn't they? That's an ambush. I'm assuming they're highly resilient, so... Sword level up.
Alright, we won!
Alright, my plan is for Justin to use no magic except for his heals. Fina definitely has a better intuition for figuring out when something's not right. Granted, at least when Gadwin lied to us, it was because he was planning to sacrifice himself. And not because he was planning to be a problem, like with these guys. A lost soul.
Not bad, eh?
Well, if nothing else, this will be a good time for her to get her whip level up, since she needs it really high to get the next, whatever that new skill is. Hot dog. These guys don't have very high defense, so yeah, should be easy to get our weapon levels up.
Pretty easy.
Rain staff. Water. Given everything here is fire, I think he'll do more damage with the weakness element rather than the higher attack on this weapon. And I need to get more blunt weapon stats up anyways. He's got one new skill he's going to be learning very soon. Your initiative. Hello, Lucid Valentine. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. We just found out the villagers intended to sacrifice us to some dragon to make their village stop. Ooh, mid-air cut. New attack. In order to save their village, and so now our job is to murder the dragon and then murder the village leader.
What a cinch.
Well, actually, I think we're just gonna murder the dragon and then our party will forgive the leader because our protagonist is a hot-headed JRPG protagonist and not me. But I'm definitely wrong. It's a very nice plan. That's what I'm definitely gonna be doing. Yeah. Well, we found out when we arrived at the village, for some reason all the people who wanted to be couples were refusing to do so. And now we know why, because whoever the first couple in the village is going to be, they're going to be the ones used as sacrifice.
All right, we won!
Ooh, money. Alright, let's see here. Let me rotate the camera a bit. Alright, eagle eye view. What's this area look like? This looks like progress. So let's see if we can go somewhere else first. There's definitely going to be items around, I imagine, so... Luckily, this is not one of those games that has random encounters. You clearly see all enemies... Yeah, see, there's one right here. That's some really Theseus the Minotaur vibes, that story. Yeah, when we first got there and everyone was talking about how they worship a frog god, I wondered, ooh, are we in the Shadow over Innsmouth thing? But nah, it's definitely more of a Greek-inspired story. Because the village was apparently known for partying, but when we got there was no party.
All right, we won!
And for some reason, everyone refused to be a couple except for those who were already adults. Except for those who were already elderly, I mean. Oh, yeah. Gotta fight for your right to party, indeed.
What a cinch.
You can teach basically anyone any of the 4 magic in this game, but Fina here is basically the rogue using knives and whips, and Justin is obviously the protagonist and the knight, specializing in all melee weapons. Well, the heavier ones anyway.
What a cinch.
Sadly, the village literally catapulted the 2 of these into the volcano to sacrifice them. I guess so that we couldn't just, you know, leave. So we've been separated from our other 2 party members. One of whom is totally not a temporary party member, and one who is basically the archer. Clearly meant to be the mage, I guess, but like I said, everyone can learn magic, so you can make anyone a mage if you want.
Pretty easy.
Let's have Justin get his magic level up. Here. Yeah, if you're familiar with how Elder Scrolls has you get better at magic the more you use it, this game uses the same general rules. Nothing up here, really. Odds are party members going to permanently die and add drama to the story. They could end up leaving for other reasons. In fact, I seriously thought they were going to die at the next boss, but basically he was level 30 at a time we were around level 12 and had some really good equipment, so yeah, I have no faith that he's going to be sticking around. Oh, also, you're not allowed to teach him any any new spells, which is notable because, pick up an item to get. Stash item. Stash the mana egg. The rain stabs. Should be fine. So yeah, mana eggs are items you only find in the field, and they're how you learn magic, but you're not allowed to use them on him, which is, yeah, more evidence he's not sticking around. He's not allowed to learn any new spells or anything, so he's definitely not meant to be here. Alright, so yeah, this is progress. We've explored this whole area, so next. What's this? Ah, we created a bridge. Yeah, one of the big things about this game is you can interact with objects, like how I was knocking over pots and stuff in town, because our protagonist is a major klutz. There we are.
Not bad, eh?
I guess I should just gather up all these rain stabs and put them in storage. Your initiative, Magma Man. If I remember right, the golems are immune to magic, so I need to be physical. Lava throw. There we are.
All right, we won.
Physics for PS1 is pretty impressive, even if it's scripted. Yeah, you can tell this was a pretty early 3D era game, plus the ability to rotate the camera and interact with physical objects is pretty neat. Even now, it's kind of nice, like, there could be a ladder here, for example, and you need to rotate the camera, so the game absolutely takes advantage of the fact it can rotate the camera and such. It's not just for looking, it's not just for admiring the scenery, which I think is a really nice mechanic. Money. Money, 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 money. Speaking of early 3D, I admit, though, I was uneasy about the retro throwback indie stuff doing more 3D stuff, since by definition it usually looks awful, but it seems most are stylizing it so it still looks pretty good, so it doesn't look as awful as some of the earlier 3D stuff. Look, Sue, Justin Fina. There they are, we finally found them! Justin Fina! Godwin, Sue, you came for us. It's only fitting, we can't let you two be sacrificed. Yes. At any rate, if we defeat the fire dragon, everything should be resolved. Great, let's do it. Let's go, everyone. Plus, some of the indie horror games that use the PS1 style graphics actually lean into it to help give it a bit of an unnerving atmosphere, and I thought that was pretty clever. I guess as long as you are smart about using them, even low-res graphics can be quite good. I think this is where I came in, actually. Oh, no, it's not. In fact, I even got some money out of the deal. That's probably how I head back. Low polygon and good texturing. Good animations hide a lot of primitiveness. Yeah. For Justin, I gave him earth and fire magic and recently started giving him water.
They're there!
For Fina, I gave her wind and fire. Basically, if you give two elements to someone, as long as they're not opposing, like fire and water, they can actually be combined. So, for example, fire and earth for the main character turned into explosion magic. Fire and wind is supposed to create lightning, but for some reason Fina's not learning any. It's entirely possible that some spells can only be learned by certain characters, even if you give everyone all magic, so... I'm assuming fire is useless against those guys, so I guess I should just stick to physical damage. And Sue is clearly intended to be a mage, but she has some good weapons here. Like, she has a melee weapon equipped right now. I gave her water and wind, which is what combines into ice, and recently I've given her earth. So many combinations you can use to kill Wallach, indeed. It's a pretty neat system. And as you saw at the bottom, this game has a semi-ATB system. Ah, excellent. Anytime you or the enemy gets hit, your turn gets delayed. Some attacks are specifically designed with delay enemy turn in mind. So, for boss fights especially, you really have to pay attention and be sure that you,
They're there!
You have to be sure to delay their turn and stuff to give yourself time, either to buff it or to kill them before they become a threat. So that's a neat layer of strategy I liked, personally. Like, yeah, see, they're glowing red and their turn's not moving.
You're no match for me.
Alright, I guess I can show while we're here. Sue can use bows and blunt weapons. I guess I usually use bows by... as you can see, you learn moves through both using elements as well as weapons, so I need to get her blunt up a little more to learn whatever that new skill is. Doing strategies, hit stun everything. To an extent, yeah, or at least giving yourself time, as well as also being aware. Like, I actually did lose to one of the bosses earlier because the boss did very little damage, but delayed your turn heavily, which meant I just straight up wasn't getting any turns. I got my ass kicked and got poked to death. Still, hopefully it was an entertaining loss. Yeah, I gotta have Justin heal every scratch in order to get his water magic up.
They're there!
Take on the big armored guys. There we are.
All right, we won!
Oh yeah, and as you might have noticed, casting a spell takes a bit of time, but just normal attacking does not take time. Oh dear. The music changes when you're ambushed and the enemy has initiative. Heal Sue.
They're there!
Flame Howl. Oh dear. Yeah, see, that can delay an entire team's turn, and bosses love to use those moves. Flame Howl counter.
They're there!
Yeah, if you get attacked while casting, you can actually get knocked out of the spell and lose your turn.
Hip hip hooray!
There we are. So you really have to be careful when casting. There's definitely a degree of risk and reward to the system here, and I like it personally.
They're there!
Here we are.
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
Fire Charm. Alright, yeah, I definitely want to equip a Fire Charm here, since everyone is... Basically, every enemy here is fire, because, well, Volcano, obvious fire dungeon.
They're there! They're there!
Water, I think, is the slowest magic type to level, simply because it's the first spell you get for it is a heal and nothing else. Meanwhile, most of the others are either a buff that hits the entire party or an attack, and you get experience for a spell when you hit an enemy, based on the number of allies or enemies hit. All they have to do is punch it out. Indeed. Whip level up. Lava throw. Wow, they're really smacking Fina. Yeah, get Fina back up.
They're there!
And basically, snooze. Oh yeah, the second water spell you learn is a AoE heal... No, AoE sleep ability. As you can guess by that. As you can guess, it works just fine on random enemies, but does absolutely nothing to bosses. Ah, Cure, that's an earth spell. Good. Here we are.
Not bad, eh?
Ah yes, Mandroid boss immunity to useful stats effects. Yeah, that was honestly something I was really enjoying when I was playing a Remnant from the Ashes with the other guys. It's one of those times you actually get a lot of use out of status effects, because even bosses are vulnerable to all of them. Tremor, good. I should probably use this, since the whole party needs healing. There we are.
Not bad, eh?
I need to get up there to get that gem. It's not a mana egg because those are blue, but it's probably an accessory of some sort.
They're there!
Let's see here. Well, on the subject of firefighters, I think I might have mentioned, but I've got a lot of fire safety knowledge simply because, well, one of my parents was a firefighter, so... Crap, yeah, enemies can dodge, unfortunately. Mace level up, good. It's neat. Still an occupation? No. More specifically, it was my mom, and she, level up. Wonderful. Oh, but yeah, you can probably see why, I'd say Godwin has a temporary party member written all over him, huh? But yeah, oh, yeah, there's hazards in this game as well that can damage you if you're not careful. Well, whatever. There's Heal. And she's moved on to work in office jobs now. Yeah, it's because of that I do a lot of stuff like shutting down my computer each night, making sure I don't have too many things plugged into an electrical socket, stuff like that. Even stuff like making sure there's always some kind of... Yeah, sometimes the AI's pathfinding gets a little messed up if the enemies are large and blocking you. Sword level up. Mace level up. Good.
All right,
Everyone's mace level up's going up. Even when going for a campfire, you want to make sure you have sand or water ready. Always make sure someone's watching it. Although, when I was younger, I did a lot of camping, so I picked up a lot of, Ah, neat. So... Like, well, most wild animals do avoid humans where possible, but if they have... If you have trash that gives off a scent or something, they will try and go after that, which could put you in danger. So you definitely want to hang it from a tree or something. It's just easier to try and avoid that confrontation where possible. Fire code to you? Nah, but she has no, but she did drill a lot of that safety stuff into my head, so I can never forget it. Probably not a bad thing if we're completely honest.
Not bad, eh?
So, you'd be surprised how many fires are from stuff people had would never have expected to have been possible to ignite. Here we go. Once again, heal every scratch.
There, there!
Once again, heal every scratch.
There, there!
There we go.
Come, try again.
Yeah, water takes ages to get up due to being... Ah, wonderful. Dragon scale, what's that? Prevents damage below 10. I see, so if I need to go grind to an older area, that can prevent me from having to... I've heard Fire Marshal promises a lot of authority and comes regular to compliance, which is surprising. Oh yeah, buildings have to follow a lot of safety standards, or else everyone's in trouble. I believe there's also a seismic standard stuff that they have to follow, or else they get into a lot of trouble. Our area doesn't really have earthquakes, but they still have regulations and stuff like that. I imagine all that stuff is really boring, but at the same time, well, nobody plans on stuff going wrong, you know? So I can get why that's like it is.
Hip hip hooray!
Oh dang, that surprised me. Unfortunately, these guys aren't trapped. I'm not trapped in here with these guys, they're trapped in here with me.
You're no match for me.
Also, I should probably be having Godwin simply defend each turn rather than attack, because... Level up, Fina. Wonderful. I should probably be having him just guard while the other characters attack, because he clearly does not need more levels in his skills. Whip level up, wonderful. Flame shot, I'd best stop that, huh?
What a cinch!
Health weed, that's 80 HP healed. I do have a decent stock of them, but I should probably consider selling them for materials at some point. Ah, more money. Ah, good, save point. Punch Godwin, heal him, for better water magic. Sadly, you can't smack other party members in here, otherwise I would go to a really weak area, smack each other, and heal over and over. Looks like here's the dragon. Excuse me, Mr. Dragon. Wow, it's hot. Is that because that fell over here? Justin, looks like the fire dragon. That's the fire dragon that's causing Gumbo to suffer. Hey, look, I'm not so easily sacrificed. Justin, don't be caught off guard. Look, it's coming this way. Wait, why would the dragon that's trying to sacrifice us come towards us? Ma-dragon. I think it's supposed to be like Mad Dragon, but I like to think more of Ma-dragon. Ooh, I can use this attack twice. Flame Breath. Mid-air cut.
Slice in two!
Conveniently, it seems his attacks... Oh, that canceled it, didn't it? Oh, yes, it did! Wonderful. Let's get the buff going here. Wow. Buff Justin since he's our main physical damage
Please
dealer.
protect us.
Rip and tear indeed. Time to go Monster Hunter? Sounds good to me. Let's make a weapon out of his, horn.
Yeah!
Crackle him. It's trying to use burn. Let's see if I can get this off first and interrupt. Ice seems to be a good single target, so ideal for a boss fight, especially, you know, one themed around fire. Okay, good, we canceled his attack. Like I said, casting is an opportunity cost, and that both we can be interrupted and so can the enemy. Burn.
Ha! Slice you in two!
Oh, wind, blow him away.
I'm starting to see why bosses always have multiple parts of their body, because your ability to delay their turn would basically say they never get a turn if otherwise. Dragon Cut is this guy's ultimate, so... Burn. How bad is it? Oh, that's not bad at all, honestly. Yeah, that's actually quite easy.
Come, power of the universe! Ha! Dragon King Slice!
Nice. Let's see if I can interrupt that move.
Now I'm really angry.
He's not... Ah! He may be immune to the paralysis part, but he's not immune to the damage interrupt. When you use a fusion spell, like how ice is wind and water, both elements get benefits, so yeah. Good stuff. I guess we'll just attack normally.
Frozen step! Brr!
It's not gonna do much damage, but let's see what it looks like anyway.
You'll never get away!
Like, or just jump all your over ultimates at once. Well, I am trying to manage my MP and SP all the same. And that is a huge damage thing there, so let's heal. No risks. Heal the party.
Let's go! Here we go!
Heal yourself a lot, because that actually hurt a lot. Oh, well, that was easy.
That was pretty.
A smart management can really minimize a lot of pain, which is good, since as you saw, if you're not careful, your enemies can wreck you. Yes, we did it! Haha, indeed, Justin. Now, Justin and Fina don't have to be sacrificed. Justin? What's a glittering? Look over there, too. What's that, Fina? Dragon status exploded! Indeed. I see, these are the same things we saw at Typhoon Tower. Wow, what's happening? Volcanoes come back to life. It will start erupting right away. Yikes, this is a crater here. If it erupts, we'll be sacrificed. Or more like sacri-fried. No time for word games. We don't get out quickly, we'll be toast. Let's heal up real quick. I don't see a Metroid-style time countdown, so no rush. So we've gone through wind, fire, so we'll probably go through all the elements before all this is done. So we have 2 more left, given this game's elements. Oh right, I forgot about these guys vanished. You know what, just defend. Evade is to move further away in case you want to get a unit out of an AoE, and defend is, of course, Endure is just the standard defense up.
Pretty easy.
Well, I see no reason not to heal up again. Well, no, I actually didn't. I just used physical attack, so I didn't use any resources. Will that guy show up again? Yes, he did. I was kind of hoping to finish him off. No survivor. It's not a war crime if there's no survivors.
You're no match for me.
Oh yeah. No moves. Yeah, Gadwin's signature move is the Dragon Cut. 16 sword, 7 earth, 6 fire. I guess that's unique to him, because... No, I guess he could... Justin could still learn it. Oh, but I do know one thing that's exclusive to him. Let's see here. WoW is 5 earth, 5 fire. Justin does not have any of that in his level 1 spell list. In fact, he doesn't have any new ones to learn there. He's got a ways to go, but it looks like there's at least some tier 3 ones he can look forward to. Sadly, Fina has learned all of her... Oh, she can learn new No, yeah. Yeah, she's learned all the tier 1 and 2 she can. The fire ones are gonna take ages, so no point in holding out for those. I'm probably just gonna... Looks like she's close to whatever that whip attack is, though. So that's good. I guess I should go and teach her some more magic. Maybe some, let's see. Look, the volcano's erupting! And that's supposed to be a good thing? Has the volcano come back to life again? We better hurry to the base, let's go! Yeah, run, Gadwin, run, everyone! It's a ghost! Stay away! You're supposed to have been eaten by the fire dragon. Why, brave couple? Why? We were bad. Please don't on us. Don't stop looking this way. Hey, Soul's the bravest couple. Don't lay a finger on my girlfriend. I, the stoic and dangerous Mura, will with one blow. Look, we just returned after braving the fire dragon. Wait, is it really you? You really are something. I'm happy you were unscathed by the, sacrifice. Hey, Lena, run tell the chief the good news. There'll be a festival tonight. I don't want to go alone. Come with me. Oh, my spoiled princess. I'll go with you. Oh, brother. Come on, Justin, don't be angry. Let's go, too. Auspicious never has it been this auspicious. Ya la la, death to the fire dragon. May Gumbo be forever warm. A sacrifice is not necessary. From now to forever, we can celebrate the festival. Ah, this is great. Justin and Fino slew the dragon. And Gadwin Sue, who are just, hangers-on. Those two couples will go down even after the history of Gumbo as brave couples. Now then, please don't hurry, eat or drink more. No, we've already had enough, we're full. No more, my stomach's full and I'm tired. Have you fallen asleep, Puffy? Given Sue is the big eater of the group, I guess that says a lot. I too have a full belly. I'm gonna go back to lodgings ahead of you. Fit in the sack. Justin Phoenix is the guest of honor. You should enjoy it a little while longer. Ah, sorry you can't stay. Shall I go to the lodge? No more sacrifices, no any of the pay taxes. Alright, we still have to fulfill our promise to, slay the leader now that we've slain the fire dragon. Good night, Justin. Don't stay up too late. But of course, we're the JRPG protagonists. We have to be forgiving of people who try to actually murder us. But then again, I suppose we murder hoboed our way to get here in the first place, so I suppose that would be throwing stones in glass houses. Huh. Gato and Stu will soon be gone? Soon, it already happened. Fina, what are you drinking? What do we do? We have to kiss in front of everyone at the end. Wait, really? Ah, that's a lie. You think it's true? Say, it's gotten a little hotter. Should we go outside and cool down? Probably doesn't matter if we're here. How are you making eyes at me just now? What are you saying? Do you want to go or stay? Sorry. Come on, let's go. Thank you. Over to you. They're daring, aren't they? Yeah, they're just doing couple stuff now. Ah, the evening breeze feels good. Now everybody's a couple in this village. I feel embarrassed just looking around. Look, they're everywhere. Oh, brave couple, thanks to you, Gumbo's full of happiness. Wait, why did you two have portraits? You two haven't done anything plot important. We owe it to you, thank you very much. I don't think I'd ever be walking here together with Donda. Wonderful, you're a happy couple. Well, you're also a marvelous couple. Yes, well-matched couple. Now tell me, is there anywhere nearby that's cool? Try going to the pier of the isolated islet. That could be cool. You can relax. Yeah, what I think of portraits, indeed. Sorry, I was about to sneeze. Hopefully I muted the mic in time there. You returned from the volcano without being sacrificed. You truly are the brave couple. Thanks to the volcano erupting, the nights are warm. It feels like Gumbo's as it once was. Since the previous festival was cold, hardly anyone was taking date to the night. Now everyone will be dating madly, noon or night. We've been here since noon. Maybe I should give water to Fina, since that one's gonna be the hardest to, oh, I can't learn new magic, and, oh right, at nighttime, all the shops are closed. Wonder why? It's not like everyone would be, it's not like, shops have our active hours, right? Everything's been resolved. I was expected you are the brave couple. I wish you'd told us everything. Well, I guess in the end it worked out. We won't forget this debt. We must return the kindness by making romance even more. Thanks to you, we won't be part a second time. I really wish you'd let us know, because it was really rough. I'm sorry, I thought you knew about it. Bullshit. You gave yourselves to be sacrificed. You're truly brave. We didn't know we'd be sacrificed. You didn't know? Sacrifice of the legend? Really? Well, considering the village is saying thanks to you, you're not angry, right? Somehow in the atmosphere, I have a feeling you can easily be taken in. You're not angry, are you? Ha 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 ha. Bina, tonight we smack him with my mace until he stops moving. Wow, they're all over the place. Is everyone a couple here? Oh, wow. We shouldn't bother them, Justin. Let's go to the islet. Your eyes ablaze, your sturdy arms, big hands that warm the heart. I love everything about you. Your flowing hair, the smiling of an angel, your diamond eyes. I love everything from now till forever. And it's getting pretty sappy. And as a reminder, I am a legally distinct fey creature, so, that says a lot. Hey there, aren't you the Hosparent Gumbo? It must be true that something would lure the volcano here. Do you intend to cross the islet? It's a place only for a couple who wants to be alone. And just as Donda said, this is a quiet place. Indeed. No, if Romance Festival is successful, a lot of babies are born. Well, they said that the festival in this place basically never ends, so it's a pretty ideal tourist attraction for couples. On that note, I need to hydrate. Give me a moment, please. I'm definitely loving the story, but voicing it out can be murder on my throat for if I'm doing it for hours on end like this. Probably go a bit longer, though. Just as Don decided this is a quiet place, the smell of the sea breeze at night is wonderful, isn't it, Justin? What? Maybe so. Feels like noon to me. Already? Let's try going over there. The sound of the waves is quite nice. Wait a minute, Fina. Look, Justin, it's just as though the starry sky has descended. It's like two people floating in the sky. Truly. As the adventurer, sometime I would like to go up and face that star. Let's go together to that most distant star. What, the two of us together to that star? Justin, you just said something nice. Do you know what it is? Of course, it's only fitting for adventure. Oh, Justin, don't you ever stop thinking about adventure. Hey, if we do this, we'll look like a real couple. Is that a laugh? Of course, we look like a couple. Our relation goes back to plunder and marriage in New Palm. Yeah, Justin saved her from some neckbeard that was telling everyone she was his fiancée, even though she said no. Repeatedly. And I guess the guys in that town were just so easygoing, they decided to go ahead and do the wedding anyways. But on a happier note, the Steam page for the Grandia HD remaster, what I'm playing right now, it has these two looking at a map together. It's a cute image. Wait, what? But that was because that pack-on. That's a joke. But Justin, I think it's been great going on adventures with you, honest. Ever since I met you, adventure and trouble have been continuous. Even in this village, we are still wrapped up in confusion. To be fair, that's absolutely on the village elder. Women's rights is that bad. In this case, I think it's more because the guy responsible is the leader of the Adventurers Guild she's a part of, and he basically uses it to control her, the kind of. And I guess the town was really just that easygoing. Because when she came out of the wedding chapel with Justin instead, they said, wait, you're not back on. You know what? Screw it. Yay for the happy couple. So yeah, I think they're just that easygoing about it. If they were just fine with us kicking Pack onto the curb. Fina, that doesn't sound much like a compliment. You can resolve these things just by taking it all on. You have that wonderful kind of strength. Fina, maybe it's looking ahead, but Fina, about myself. Oh, be quiet already. Feels good like this. Seems like you and I are the only ones in the whole world. Maybe the townsfolk are paid on commission? Entirely possible. What's that? Spirits are here too, just like we saw at Typhon on the volcano. Justin, look! Oh my. How pretty! That cutscene used a lot of still images, and yet it really looked good. I guess it just goes to show when you make good use of something. I've been liking this game a lot. Well, I guess, as they say, a classic is always good. Classic will always be good. Or, how do you say that? Crap, I lost my train of thought there. Darn it, I had an idea of what to say before the stream, but of course I forget now the camera's actually rolling, because isn't that how it always goes. The spirits are dancing in the gorgeous starry night. There's something about it, even now it feels like a dream, don't you think? Well, yeah, now that you mention it, but Fee and I certainly saw them, it was no dream. Like, this night was truly beautiful, I'll never forget it. When I felt full yesterday, I suddenly got sleepy. I went right to bed. Oh, but it was delicious. I really want to see the spirits floating in the night sky. Too bad. Next happens, I'll wake you up. They're so strange. You never saw them parm, did you, Justin? Normally, you seldom encounter the spirits. The two of you saw so many is truly extraordinary. Age like fine wine? Yeah, that's true. I've definitely got a few classics on that I've been meaning to play like this. I never played this, so when it... Yeah. Yeah, true. Oh, that's the... That good old pixel... Oh, yeah, that's it. Good games are timeless, so even though this is from the Sega Saturn and PS1 era, it's still really engaging. It still pulled me in pretty well. Yeah. I think I mentioned, but part of the reason I started streaming was not just to get through my Steam list, which I actually have gotten through quite a bit of, thanks to it, but also to get to some of these classics that I missed growing up, and yeah, the good ones are definitely timeless, because a lot of ones, be they this game, Final Fantasy 7 and 9, they're still great, even after all this time. And that's really nice to be able to experience them for the first time like this. Normally, you still have encounters. I think the spirits favor Justin. Don't you feel that in your heart? Yeah, I've been able to see the spirits ever since we crossed the wall and came here. They appeared to Justin last night and at the Typhon Tower. Now then, these are more appearances than I've ever heard of before. They must have something in mind for Justin. The spirits are these softly flickering lights, aren't they? How could they intend anything? They're more than that. I don't know, but if you intend to go to a place called Lent, I'm sure you'll find out. Now then, last night after we parted, Dan Dunn, a friend, came to the guest house, and as thanks for saving Gumbo, he made preparations we can leave our boat at any time. Great luck, now we can finally go to the Twin Tower ruins. I thought we'd meet up with Laete when we crossed the border, somehow we went the long way around. That's because we originally just was bad at everything. Have you reflected on that? I understand. Well, that's okay, that just means we've had that many more adventures. Sometimes it's better to look at the glass half full. Alright, let's go ahead and start selling some items. And while we're here, let's get some more magic for Fina. Alright, there we are. This is the weapon shop. Yeah, tool shed. First of all, new magic. Bye. Let's go with Earth for Fina, then. She'll get explosion magic, so she can now also do some good stuff. I also believe we can now see some new moves she could potentially learn. Yeah, now we can learn some new spells. Yeah, explosions are definitely going to be working out soon. Unlike the fire spells, explosions have a really good AoE to them. Or at least the level 1 one does, although it does come at the cost of being very expensive. Oh yeah, and as you saw, Gadwin has the 2 other magic types crossed out. He's not allowed to learn them. So yeah, Nod, hey, wake up, I have business for you. Let's sell rain stabs. Attribute explosion, ooh. Now that we're out of the fire area, I can give her the hot whip. Should last us, I think. Now let's see here, any good weapons here? The knife is weaker than our current weapons, that's fine. I could bring the frog axe if I need to get Justin's axe level up, but I think it's fine. He needs to get his blunt up anyways. Boot. The shield is very expensive. It's a big upgrade for Sue, so let's do that. I'm not upgrading anything Gadwin has because that's not going to end well. Chuckles, I'm in danger, Gadwin, indeed. And as you can see, Justin is actually very quickly catching up to his stats, although granted, I'm not upgrading his gear. Here we are. As I said, Fina's basically the rogue of the... because she's got very high movement and agility. She acts first pretty quickly in most combat, so... yeah, I guess that's fine. Might be good to buy some items. Holy Fire, good on ghosts, dynamite. Blizzard on all enemies, lightning and range attack. Metal Frog, 3 magic and movement block resistance, 3 critical resistance, prevents falling asleep. I guess we should put some stuff into the storage. Stash item. Oh, whoops. Alright, let's go sell the last rain staff and one of the fire charms for some extra cash then. The rain staff and a fire charm. I can put the fire charm in storage, I suppose. Guess I should keep that in case we need it later. I mostly just want to get Sue's next blunt spells, blunt ability. Oh, yeah, they talk a lot about frogs for some reason. You show me the strength of your love. I respect the strength. I'll stop trying to take you away from your sweetheart. What are you saying? You're just a little kid. The plants bounce around. What do you want? I know you came to see Simone. The frog statue? Yes. One evening, the frog goddess appeared. Oh, this is the same in text as before. Me. Okay. Alright. +5. I'm the priest working for the frog god, the god of gumbo. People call me Master Frog. I'm joyful the volcano's back, and I'll sing you a very cultural and peaceful song. Ribbity ribbit, ribbity ribbit. You don't understand anything of all frogs. I'm so joyful the volcano's back. How long have I been going for again? Oh wow, almost 4 hours. Yeah, it might be worth my time to save and save the trip for next time, but first let me get to the save room again. Well, I must say, we managed to keep the party going. That's a good thing, right? Oh, you're a brave couple. Are you staying the night? Save game. Alrighty. I guess that'll be all for tonight. And, asking if he has Battletoads. Interesting. Good choice there. Alright. Well, for the moment. Fortunately, looks like, none of the people I usually raid are on tonight. So I guess I'll have to cut it here. Raising lots of JRPG exploring through the screen. Hi. Thanks. Hope you had fun. Alright. Well, until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.